and explore all that Leesburg has to offer. It's the place to be this Friday night from 5 to 9 p.m. It's Discover Leesburg every second Friday. It's not just an event, it's an experience. Info at leesburgflorida.gov.
Buying your first home in Central Florida? It's exciting, but it can feel overwhelming. At the Nickley Group, we specialize in guiding first-time buyers through every step, from finding the right neighborhood to unlocking the front door. We know the local market, we understand your dreams, and we're here to make it simple, stress-free, and unforgettable.
Call Nickley.
The Nickley Group, Orlando's home team, helping Central Florida's first-time homebuyers feel right at home. Download our free guide at thenickley.com.
The Nickley Group with Keller Williams Realty.
Insurance companies often play tough, offering you the bare minimum for your injuries. But why settle for less? With me, Mo DeWitt, your Orlando injury attorney, you pay nothing unless we win. Don't let the insurance companies push you around. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.
This is the sound of Jack, buzz cutting his way to a small fortune. To Jack, every time he cuts his own hair, that's $50 right in his pocket. If Jack sees DIY buzz cuts as a saving strategy, Wells Fargo is right behind him. And with their mobile app, tracking his savings is easy. Oh, ouch. However you make money work, we can work with that.
Mobile carriers' message and data rates may apply. Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC.
Did you realize most jewelry stores in the malls and outside the malls are all a part of one big corporate conglomerate?
The corporate world is the corporate world. I don't need to say too much about it. They're owned by Wall Street. They answer to Wall Street.
That's International Diamond Center's Keith LeClaire, who says you don't have to settle for national chain quality. Locally owned IDC is a true direct importer with better prices on hand-selected diamonds that come straight from the cutters.
You cannot get any closer to the source than IDC. My son and I hand-select every diamond that comes in. I want to be able to stand behind it, and the only way I can stand behind it is by hand-selecting each and every diamond.
You think that level of quality control is happening at the big box stores?
The standards that we have, they're not going to go to that detail because they got to fill up 7,000 stores.
Don't risk it. Get the best diamond at the guaranteed best price from local people with a reputation that goes back for decades.
We can look people in the eyes and know that they were taken care of.
International Diamond Center. Internationally connected but family owned. In Altamont Springs, Waterford Lakes, and Mall at Millennium.
Time is up. The IRS is in full collection mode for 2025, issuing liens, levies, and garnishments to anyone who has a past tax debt or unfiled tax returns. Don't wait till it's too late. Your paycheck and bank accounts are at risk of being seized. Call now and stop the collection process today. If you're living check to check, no matter how much you're making, you still may qualify for the Fresh Start programs offered by the IRS to reduce or eliminate your tax debt. It's just a 5-minute call to get your options, and it's free. If you owe back taxes, have years of unfiled tax returns, under audit, have a wage bank levy, or finally just want to sleep better, business or personal, call the experts at Republic Tax Relief while there's still time. A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau and tough, this veteran-owned company has the fight you need to take on the IRS. Don't go at it alone. The call is free. Call their hotline number now, 800-442-9856. 800-442-9856. Find out if you qualify today. Call 800-442-9856 or go to republictaxrelief.com.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com, because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, ETHOS, ethos.com/Mike.
Hey, listen to this. All I needed was a new starter. Got a great deal on eBay. Did it myself.
Yeah, that's cool. But how about the soft purr of an upgraded exhaust when it fits just right?
For me, it's the little things. Like these new windshield wipers from eBay I installed.
From small fixes to big upgrades, eBay has all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
If you've been injured in a car accident, call Pound Law from your cell phone. Morgan & Morgan.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Need help after an accident? Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Holiday Magic! Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Credit. CREDIT. That's credit. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may the odds be ever in your favor.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The 3 best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Thursday, October 9th, 2025. Lots to get to today, from did Trump just end the war to details about the man who started the Palisades fire and another theme park ride death, this time at Disney. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hello.
Hello, C-Lane.
What's happening?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right to the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Thursday?
Good. Ready to party.
Yeah, let's
How
party.
How are you?
Good enough, right? Like all is well.
We look like a faded out Christmas on the stream.
Oh, yeah, we got just the right colors here for those of you watching. I thought this was more peach, but I can't speak on colors. I'm colorblind.
Yeah.
I never know what I'm
I
wearing.
don't see colors.
C-Lane and I look like we're about to enlist in the military.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Got like a punk Christmas going on.
Yow.
I got to tell you, this is a sad military. If it's you two inside the ranks of the armed forces,
we will do what Robin Williams did in that movie. Well, just
radio,
entertain. What?
Oh,
C-Lane.
Too far. Robin Williams is a national treasure, you masochist. How could you do this? Okay, we are going to take a quick break and forget all of this happened. And I know it's 2 minutes into the show, but you got to wash that out somehow.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Thanks for listening.
I didn't say anything.
All right, fine. Let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And we go to, boy, does this lady seem to have a target on her back. That Katie Porter lady is in more videos.
There are some things in her way as far as this California gubernatorial race.
Mm-hmm.
But if she gets in, and we're not calling her Governor Karen by the end of this, she looks like Governor Karen.
Somebody wants her out.
She has spoken to many managers.
Yeah, this woman is she's like, she's very opinionated and bitchy, but most politicians are bitchy and opinionated. And to boot, dumb. Most of them are that trifecta. I will absolutely attest to that from the ones that I've met personally. But this woman, they are just like, all these clips are resurfacing about her right now. The one we're going to start with is this politician running for governor in California. She was recording some video on her computer, and one of her aides walked by in the background. Here we go.
And the state could lose. Get out of my shot.
I wanted to tell you that that's actually incorrect. It's not that it's electric vehicles.
She's correcting her.
My God. That's how she spoke to her?
Yeah. They're in a house, and she's making some video. This Katie Porter lady.
And that was nuts. Could you imagine?
You know what, though? Not for nothing. If I'm recording a video inside my house for some reason, and people are popping around behind me in the kitchen.
You're going to scream like that at somebody?
I might. Like, if I was drilling a video.
Over the top.
I know it's over the top. It's not good behavior. But like if I was nailing it, come on, tell me if you
started.
Let me give you this, okay, Sabrina. Let's say you're doing a voice spot for that mortgage guy Don, and you know how every once in a while when you're doing a commercial, you're like, I am drilling this right now.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't know the feeling.
No, it's all the time for you? It's every day? When then C-Lane comes into your studio and you're like, find him now on that Morgan. And C-Lane goes, and busts in. Aren't you going to be like, you mother? And
I don't know if I would, man.
try it, C-Lane. Try it today in the middle of one of these. Yeah. She snapped.
I mean, that's just
This
it's a
lady's
crazy
angry.
snap. But I'm getting a vibe that she just kicked it off. Did she not?
She was in the middle of a sentence, right?
Okay.
Get out of my shot.
I wanted to tell you that that's actually incorrect.
That's actually incorrect. I love how she's correcting her.
Okay.
This is kind of what C-Lane does. It's like, there's a similar thing, but he's not just behind me yelling off mic. I'm like,
you
C-Lane.
said at some point that you always want to be corrected. You never
Yes.
want to say anything wrong. And then when I do it,
do.
you're like, C-Lane's the absolute guy.
Everybody can hear me right now. Continue doing it. I tell you all the time, I'm like, I'm talking out of my ass right now. Make sure this is correct. I want to be correct about what I say. I know there's all sorts of people who rage if I get something wrong. I try my best to do it. I don't know if she was bothered by that or just the fact that somebody popped up in the background, but she raged at this person.
Okay. You also were in my shot before that. Stay out of my shot.
Don't do your shot
I'm gonna
in a
start
kitchen.
again with electric vehicles saving us money.
I'm going to start again with electric vehicles saving us money.
Whoa.
This lady. And there's other stuff. Like, I thought this was a little bit weird. This was after she found out that Trump was going to win on election night.
So this
and she said,
is second round, I imagine?
Second round. But this is just recently, obviously, in the last year. And she said that when they found out that Trump was the winner of the election, her 12-year-old daughter said something. And when she said this, I was like, what, dude? Okay, what's happening?
So on election night, I went to pick up my daughter from water polo practice, and she's 12, and she got in the car and she was crying. And I said, did someone punch you? Like, water polo is a rough sport. I was like, did someone hit you? Did the coach yell at you? What happened? And she said, Mom, Trump won. Trump's going to win. And what if I get raped and I need to have an abortion? This is from a 12-year-old, my 12-year-old daughter.
Okay, I too take pause at that. But why is your 12-year-old daughter coming back from water polo with this information? Why? Like, was there any water poloing going on at the time? Or
Given the first clip we played before that clip, it seems like, how was your day, honey? Not great. It's because you think you might get raped at any moment now? It's
I don't know.
high-strung family, but very clean house.
What are the chances you think that they did just play water polo practice and her daughter didn't think about these things and she just said it?
I think it's a very high chance. Very, very high chance.
That very much happened, or that totally happened, or
that happened.
I want to say something. I know there's a lot of stuff to get into today, but I want to. I'm going to send you guys something because I do not want to show this. It's kind of part of my point here. But I want to send it to you personally and not like broadcast it to people because I want to see what you think about this. So I just sent it to you there. There was a story yesterday that I just have to say something about this. All right. This started to go viral all over the place. It's all over the state of Florida. The local news was out there watching this. And it's one of these stories where there was a really fat dude.
Ooh.
And he's over 600 pounds. And they had to bust down some stuff and remove him from his house with a crane. And they had a crane and they had the news cameras there and they're filming this and all the local news outlets are like,
news have to be there.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like I want local news to have a little bit of a reckoning on a couple of things. Local news, we know what you're doing. We're not dumb. This guy is a fatso. Yes, he's a big, giant fatso. He's well over 600 pounds.
This is a very large person.
He's morbidly obese is not the word. He's a man that is so big that he needs to be removed from his domicile with a giant crane, right? To save his life. But does he need to be on television?
No. And but this is a obvious news shot. But if you continue looking at the clip that you sent us.
Yeah, hang on. Let me mute it. Don't take
the
this.
paramedic, the EMT, you can see in the corner.
Yes.
Taking footage. And I know it's a sight to see, but God, I I can only at first thought. If I was him, I'm like, yeah, I'll eat more. No one's got my back.
Can we think of for 1 second the giant fat guy who's in the middle of this moment here? And you could say all you want, like, well, Sean, he ate and he got himself there, and now this is your moment of embarrassment. Dude, like, for all the people who pretend to have empathy, think for a second about being so fat that they crane you out of your house.
And you think that in the embarrassment, he's going to be like, all right, I'm going to lose 500 pounds. It's not that easy at that weight.
By the way, why do you think he stayed inside past a certain point?
Oh, this sucks.
He's like, I can't get out of this house, and I know the crane will come, the emergency crews will come, everybody's secretly laughing at me, the news is broadcasting me. Why is the news involved in a 600-plus pound man being removed from his house because he's too fat? How is that even something remotely newsworthy?
What news organizations aired this?
There was a couple in Florida that did it, because when I saw the video, I looked up the guy's name, and there was several stories of the people who were covering, very large man removed via crane from his house to provide life-saving medical assistance.
What is
and
this?
It's like, I get that it's interesting. I get that this man needed medical assistance, but did he really also need everybody to be like, ah? Like,
is it are you getting the vibe that it's versus fascination, or
it's a mixture of things? But the point is, like, what's the overall point of showing this other than to shame this big fat guy?
I mean, it sucks. I can't imagine what he's going through right now.
That's so embarrassing. That is so unbelievably embarrassing. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. There are so many stories that you could focus on, and even like funny ones and stuff where people do something dumb to get them. But this guy's grand crime is eating his way to be so fat that he has to be craned out of his apartment. And in that moment, I'm sure he just absolutely, positively wants to die. Can you give him a breather?
No, he doesn't want to die if he called the ambulance on himself.
Yeah, but how's he feeling when they're all videotaping him?
Oh,
when he's on when he's on a pallet being carried above the ground to put him in the bed of a sod. Yeah, like a giant piece of sod that he's going to be trekked somewhere. I don't know. For me, I just wanted to shout that out because I see that kind of crap too much, and there's so many great, funky, fun, stupid, viral news stories. I live and die by them, baby. But I think about the people at least a little bit in those stories. I think about what the outcome is for the people on the other side here. And there's nothing that we gain from seeing the fatso guy on the crane. And by the way, you could just say a very large man was removed from his home, or blur his face or something, for God's sake. Anyhow, just
blurring his face really
still makes it kind of
anonymizes the dude.
Now I gotta tell you, and I'm just
not me. You can't really form a lineup. You know, if this guy was
but you could
implicated in a crime, and you needed an eyewitness to pick him out of a lineup.
Yeah. I mean, I see your Daily Mail says
a computer crime, obviously, Sabrina.
Now, considering
he's not physically robbing any banks.
Now look at all the jokes that are being said. Now, I also am curious, but I'm not doing this in a ha-ha way.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see what happens after this. So he gets loaded up, and then what is the hospital like?
Okay,
what happens after that?
Can we then think about it from this level? Send a little crew with him, videotape it, and say, sir, we're not going to release this right now. What we're going to do is chronicle your journey.
TLC covered that, my 1,000-pound life.
Yeah, this is part 2, Electric Boogaloo, or part 7, because they've done a lot of those, I know. But making fun of the guy, talking about it, all those things are okay. But, like, do we need to videotape him and put it all over the news?
But see, I think no. I think the person that videotaped this is not a news person.
No, but they did show it. They did show it. And the Daily Mail wasn't the only one to see this. When I looked earlier, there was a couple of stories about the actual guy. I just feel bad for him.
I feel horrible.
Even
what
just
happens after this? You crane him back into his house? Like,
you got to get him smaller. He's got to get smaller.
Is Ozempic even the thing?
They are going to need a big shot, a large shot, but it can happen.
I don't actually know if Ozempic would be great for this guy. Like, he needs...
No, why?
His legs don't work at this point. He has not walked in a long time. See, maybe there is a point to filming this.
No, but look, when somebody's this fat, I've seen this before. I saw one. It's where I used to say, "Are you hungies?" Because I watched this documentary about this guy who was like 1,000 pounds, and or maybe it was the woman. Was it the woman who was like 1,000 pounds? And somebody came around the corner.
Hey, babe, you want a funnel?
It wasn't that. I'm mixing those two up. It was a younger guy, and his mom's like, "Are you hungies, Billy?" And in the morning, they chronicled like everything this giant dude ate, and it was astronomical. So I don't know. Maybe I feel like that would still help at least somewhat.
The Whale, as disturbing and hard to watch as that movie was, really put some insight into what that day to day is like.
I agree. I absolutely agree. I think that's like
still haven't seen it.
It's
don't! It's Brendan Fraser tour de force performance, but it makes being that large really, really sad.
And also shout out to the special effects people because I've never seen. I mean, it's just so detailed and greasy and.
Yeah, it was a lot.
What's crazy for this story is that it said the reason they were, forklifting this guy out of his apartment or wherever, was because he had a sudden medical crisis. Now, typically in a sudden medical crisis, you can see in some of the pictures, there are multiple ambulances in the background. And an ambulance is good for your average sudden medical crisis. How long did it take to rally up this gigantic crane to get him over there? It's not something
and
you can
hard
just
hats. Did you guys need the hard hats?
Yeah, they do.
Do you think a hard hat would help them if the whole thing fell down?
I don't know. I just like
part
the
of it
idea
falls.
I just like the idea of what are you hauling today? Like, well, boy, if you only know.
Tony!
This is a whole thing. All right, real quick, a couple of things before we kick everything off full force today. We have a lot to get into. Somebody interviewed Jimmy Kimmel as an update to all of his stuff, and it looks like his ratings are almost back down to where they were before the whole Trump kerfuffle with the FCC started. Jimmy Kimmel said he would love to have Donald Trump as a guest on his show. Any shot that ever happens.
No.
But then again, Trump would dare.
I would watch it. I would watch
yeah.
it if they went on. Trump loves like ratings and this sorts of stuff. Maybe he would say, "You want it? Let's go."
Yeah, but does Trump love ratings enough to boost Jimmy Kimmel's?
That's the thing. Like, he might say, "I do love ratings and I do love a spectacle. Why would I give it to you?"
And he would make that as the excuse, as like that's the only reason why he wants him on. But then again, you could see if Trump did go on and it gets a huge rating spike, then if it goes and plummets down again, then obviously that was the reason. But if it stays up, then another story. But there's no reason why he shouldn't do it.
Well, he also gets to get his side across to Jimmy Kimmel's audience. If he thinks every single night Jimmy Kimmel is lying to his audience and being anti-Trump and all this stuff, super awesome opportunity to get on there and fight back against that. But do we think, everybody let us know what you think. Do you think that Trump would do it? Would he accept it? And after all of this, go on Jimmy Kimmel, yes or no, and why? Send us a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. Phil from Baltimore emails this show. Hey, Sean, I've been listening for months on the iHeart app and usually enjoyed this option over other podcast options. Well, good. I hope that continues. Today, from out of nowhere, ads start playing right in the middle of your content. Not when you're taking your usual breaks, but in the middle of a sentence, and an ad starts running for whatever iHeart has decided they want to sell the space for. This has happened several times, and it really disrupts the flow of the show. I don't know if you have any say on how they stream the podcast. Just thought you should know. And he says, saying, I just watched recently for the first time from YouTube. I enjoy how you interact with fans and to help pass the time during the breaks. I've been listening many, many times, but the breaks go on long sometimes. No need to ramble on. Keep up the great work, says Phil in Baltimore. I don't know why that's happening. I'm not changing anything about how I post the podcast at the end of the day. They do inject ads in there, and it's supposed to be in places that are more comfortable and better. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. The YouTube's always a good backup, but iHeart usually is going to be a good experience for you. So hopefully that was just a fluke. Report back with more. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com, sir. Okay, quick break. What's going on? Did Trump stop the war? Did Trump stop this? There's a huge war, never ending, seemingly, in Gaza. Everybody kind of laughed at him who hates him. And Trump stepped up and said, here's my plan. got people on board. Did he do it? And now they're literally talking about the Nobel Peace Prize for Trump. And should he get it if he stopped this war that nobody else seemingly could stop? I don't know. We'll take a look at what's actually happening here and see what you think as the show rolls on. That plus, this might be Teacher of the Year material that we'll do before this story. Okay, we'll get to that stuff with the war, which some of you will hate, but I have a distraction story first. Teacher of the Year material. Wait till you hear what this person did in a classroom. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and
Hello! Welcome to Thursday. Welcome. How's everybody doing today? Good? Hello to all. Hey there, Maya.
I'm the traffic center of James Birmingham.
BDMX Con.
Sponsored by Everdor Garage Door.
BDMX Con says the Nobel Prize comes out this week. If he gets it, it's because of India-Pakistan intervention, not Gaza. That's true. It's like, it's way too last minute. But I honestly can't really see the Nobel Peace Prize people giving it to Trump. I think they would find it to be too hot button. Even though, honest to God, India-Pakistan, let's say this does fully go through and Trump gets a peaceful resolution in Gaza and helps rebuild things for the people there, maybe get some lasting peace. No idea what she said. Maybe get some lasting peace. And then, who knows, maybe stops Ukraine and Russia. If that person, despite what you think Orange Man bad, you hate Trump, you're a lifelong Democrat, die-hard leftist, whatever, if he accomplishes that shit, how do you not give some credit? Seriously. Because to regular people, if you're not giving credit for this stuff, it's just going to look like you're not trustworthy. That's crazy. Hello, T-Back. Hello, Tanya. How are you? Chaos says, I'm pretty bad right now. Got lifted out of my house this morning with a crane. Buddy, I have seen you. You are only about 3/4 as big as that guy. So there ain't no crane taking you out yet. There will never be peace, LOL. Great thought, though. What do you mean by that? I mean, there's been periods of relative peace, even specifically in Gaza and Israel. Relative peace. There's never going to be peace across the world, like some kumbaya moment. That doesn't exist. Couple minutes and we're back. 3/4 WTF, I'm like 220 pounds, says Chaos. Sure. From what I heard, you're 220 stones. That's what I had heard. 220 stones. Is it really a peaceful solution when Gaza is a little more than rubble at this point? I mean, yeah, a lot of Gaza is destroyed. It's horrific. All that stuff is bad. But you still have to stop it at some point. That's like saying, is it really a peaceful end of the war in Ukraine if 1 million young men have been put into the meat grinder? I mean, yeah, I still want it to stop. I still want it to stop. Julian Brown should get the Nobel Peace Prize. It's been going on for thousands of years. Yeah, there will be peace because there's nothing left. I don't want to be pedantic, but it's been going on for thousands of years. You sure about that? You sure about that? Thousands of years? Mr. Barnabas says 220 stone is 3,080 pounds, Sean. Yeah, that's about right. I got it right. Yeah, that's about right. 2 minutes and we're coming back, folks. Let's get geared up for a story that I swear to God is the most unhinged, wild teacher story I have heard in a very long time. But first, if you don't mind, I posted a new video yesterday. It's called What Really Happened to Mark Sanchez. That's the NFL commentator guy who was in Indianapolis, and there was this whole brawl that happened. I went through all of the actual reports on this and found the real story of what happened, and it is wild. It's doing well. I think it's about 250,000 views over on Facebook. Yes. Rally Facebook people. The Facebook video already, I think, over 250,000 views. Thank you. Rally, rally, rally. And YouTube, it's slow, but just starting to get a little bit of attention. YouTube got to give me that love, man. Make the algorithm love me. Please. All right, we're coming back.
129. That's WOW at 20129.
On the new season of the podcast Heavyweight,
I pointed the gun at him and said, "This isn't a joke."
A man who robbed a bank when he was 14 years old, and a centenarian rediscovers a love lost 80 years ago.
How can a 101-year-old woman fall in love again?
Listen to Heavyweight on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Heavyweight and start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
Look to Orange Buick GMC for your next truck at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Holiday magic.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Credit. CREDIT. That's credit. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may the odds be ever in your favor.
If it's important to you, it's on and probably being mocked by.
Don't worry if you're not a fan of the political stuff. We always have a lot going on, and we head in 5,000 different directions in the world's most viral newsroom each day. I want to hear from you today. I want to hear your voice. What do you have on your mind? And what's going on in that head of yours? Send us a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. Already got a bunch of those coming in. And we'll also get to your emails, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. But first, I want to talk about this teacher. All right, this teacher is unhinged. She's from my neck of the woods. I was born in a little state often forgot called Vermont. That's where I was born. All right, I was born in Vermont in 1981, just about 25, 30 miles or something away from the border with Canada. And I went back all the time to Vermont, but I never went to, I think I only went to a little bit of like preschool or something maybe in Vermont before moving down to West Palm Beach, Florida. And I really hate that I missed being in this teacher's class. I mean, this is like peak teaching, I think, here. And before we get into anything with any kind of political slant, I wanted to set you up with something, well, it's a nice distraction, I would say. This teacher was having a good time in the classroom. She was having a good time in the classroom. Let's go to NBC5 and see what they said happened in this teacher's classroom. Here we go.
Police found cocaine on the belongings of 47-year-old Melissa Martin that were in her classroom while she was subbing on Wednesday. She was with an 8th grade class at the time.
All right, she's an 8th grade teacher. They found blow in her belongings at the school, so she's like, all right, let's teach. Let's get going here. And some of these details are so magnifique.
We also now know that it was concerns from students in that class that prompted the school to call 911. Now, parents I spoke with tell me they are not just concerned about the lack of communication from the school around this incident, but also for their student safety as they went back to class today.
Now, here we go.
A Barry mom says when she asks her kids how was school, the last thing she'd ever expect to hear is what her son told her while getting off the bus Wednesday.
He looked visibly shaken and upset, and I asked what had happened today, and he said that his substitute teacher was clearly on drugs and was acting crazy.
Can you imagine this?
Eighth graders, there are some that will experiment with said drugs.
Yeah, probably.
But
You probably tried something by 8th grade, Sabrina, I would think, right?
I think just booze at
All
that
right.
point. I think the first drug would have been weed, and that was in high school. That being said, to say an adult was clearly on drugs, she must have been acting wild.
Oh, buckle up. Here we go.
Yeah, but in 8th grade, how many people have you been around that have been on coke?
I don't
Maybe
probably
not that.
none.
Maybe not that. That's what I was going to say, though. I think even though you might not know that specifically, you do know what messed up is. I think you've been around somebody messed up, and you're like, oh, this person's messed up, whatever you think that is.
His substitute teacher was clearly on drugs and was acting crazy. Those were his exact words.
Brittany's son, an 8th grader in Barrytown, tells his mom that his substitute teacher, 47-year-old Melissa Martin, had been nodding off during class.
Okay.
The student says when Martin abruptly ran out of the classroom, concern led him to follow her.
All right. So now we know she's in the classroom. She's nodding off. You're right. That doesn't sound symptomatic of cocaine. But
that kid is teacher's pet and a nosy little punk.
Yeah.
I mean, to follow your teacher out, that's kind of weird.
Well, she did
You wouldn't
run
do that.
abruptly. She did.
Sure, but would you have followed your teacher?
Maybe, because I'd be interested into what was going to happen next. And he should have been, because more happened here. Let's listen in.
So he followed her and I guess found her, and she said to him, "Hey, Teddy, why are you off your leash?" And my son was like, "What?" And she was like, "Yeah, Teddy, get back inside." He was concerned and later found out that Teddy is actually her dog's name.
She thought the kid was a dog. The kid chases her down. She's high as a kite, and the teacher is like, "Teddy, you're out without your leash on right now. What are you even doing, Teddy?" And he's like, What's happening, Teach? What's going on here?
Superintendent Joanne Canning says Martin has been a permanent substitute in the district for about 3 years. Students' concerns prompted the school to call 911 just before 11 Wednesday morning. Police say Martin's unusual behavior was linked to cocaine use.
There's nothing that we have dealt with in my nearly 30 years here.
Police say they found the drug on Martin's jacket and backpack in the classroom.
She's just dusted.
We have cited her for our possession of cocaine and reckless endangerment based on the fact that she was under the influence she was in control of the students in her classroom.
Canning says despite the concerning situation, parents should feel confident that their students are safe at school.
Right, yeah. Don't worry. Nothing to worry about here.
I mean, she wasn't violent.
No.
She did run out of the room, and she did think a student was a dog.
A dog. Yeah, that's problematic. Mildly
But
problematic.
I think that they should test whatever she had in her pocket, because there has to be many more adults her age that think they bought cocaine and are now thinking humans are dogs.
Could be that she got something
what
a little
else
extra
drug
mixed
could
in
it
there.
be?
I mean, I don't know. Fentanyl, you never know. But I'm assuming that at some point they test whatever they've grabbed here.
They said that the stuff they found in her jacket tested positive for cocaine. I wonder if they, if this was.
Does it make you think how many teachers are on cocaine and don't get caught?
A decent amount, probably, unfortunately. But here's the thing. Maybe she was on all sorts of other things, and then she gets in the classroom and she's like, "I'm fading fast here."
Yeah.
And she goes, "Pick me up. All right, let's go. Come on, Teddy. Let's teach. Got dogs everywhere, baby." Just freaking out of the classroom. What do you think? Has this ever happened to you? Probably not, I'm guessing. But we'll take your stories regardless.
Oh, I'm supposed to remember 8th grade and go back and see which of
my
those
8th grade
teachers.
teacher had a mental breakdown in front of me. For
Really?
Sure. Oh yeah, Big
not
time.
drug, not brought on by drug use. Though.
No, I think after the fact, she retired and was on some sort of like relaxing anti-anxiety medication.
Probably a good idea.
Prescribed.
Yeah, makes sense. Well, give us your thoughts regardless. How do you do that? Well, 2 ways. One, you can record a video or audio dispatch. That's what they're called. And that's how you get your opinions on the show. You can do that at any time. No matter when you're listening to this, no matter what time it is, you got thoughts about what's going on in the show as of late, you're allowed to join us, get in front of this huge audience. So make today the day. Go over to the website, thenewsjunkie.com, and record a video or audio dispatch right now. If you're a little shy about that, well, you can always email the show. And if you want to put anonymous on top, I won't even say your name or anything. So anonymous if you want to be anonymous, but otherwise you'll probably get your name said. Tips, T-I-P-S, at thenewsjunkie.com. All right. Some emails coming in real quick. This person, Jay, to tips at thenewsjunkie.com, says, about that man who was videotaped being removed from his house by a crane because he was so fat. I wonder if the fat man had consent to be videoed at his own home. Well, he was outside when they were like, it looked like it was somebody upstairs or something filming down as a crane.
HD.
Yeah, carried him over.
I think it was a neighbor just on his Instagram, because I think that came from somebody's Instagram.
Yeah. I mean, it was definitely a vertical video, right? Like, Anonymous emails the show and says, part of the problem is people don't understand obesity. There are people with various conditions. This includes Prader-Willi syndrome. Also, people can be deficient of enzymes or genes. People don't understand that under-eating does not cure obesity, says Anonymous. Okay, thank you for your feedback. Yours too, rolling in right now. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com.
Other contributing factors I've seen, I don't think this show was necessarily about obesity, but it was about one of those people who have like an unusually large tumor. You know how they get those like and they just wait so long to seek medical attention, and they just have these tumors that grow to be like 60, 80 whatever pounds, and it's just they get to a point where they're bedridden because they can't walk around with this giant tumor.
It's crazy.
And one of the reasons that I saw in one of those TV shows that they let it get that big without the medical attention is because the person had like severe agoraphobia.
Oh, okay, because they couldn't even get outside.
Yeah, they uncomfortable in the outside around people, and they just let it go because they really had this intense fear of going out in public.
God, that's like a damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of thing. Like you're really just stuck. Well, that was one of the big stories getting attention. This guy, well over 600 pounds, probably 700, 800 pounds, removed from his house by a big giant forklift on a pallet, and then everybody's filming the poor dude. Not a great moment.
They probably had to film it, some of them for insurance reasons to make sure that thing was rigged up correctly. That's why the hard hats were there.
If it drops, all hell breaking loose. All right, we'll talk about the situation with possible peace breaking out here. We got to talk about Publix in the news, and for a very interesting reason. A lot, honestly, to get into, but we'll keep those two things for next, and we'll get into that when we come back. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio.
Excuse me. Either way, it's still artificial intelligence. Yeah, or none at all.
Question for you, chat. Two-parter. All right? Because I made a mistake yesterday. I made a mistake. I admit it. I'm not a perfect person. But I just want to touch base with you to see how common this is. Question number one. If you have a partner, if you're in a relationship, all right, you got a partner in a relationship, do you burp in front of them is question number one.
Or do you do it right in their face?
Okay! Coming in hot. I didn't purposely burp right in your face. I burped and I happened to be near your face. And I apologize. Did I apologize?
After you realize what you did, yeah.
I apologize. I didn't mean to burp in your face. But I think that's more normal. It's not like I farted.
No, don't fart near me.
I'm not going to fart near you. I did it on accident. I said I was sorry. I just think that these people will say that it's common. Yes, I do it around them. Absolutely, exactly. Yes. Sean, how dare you? Okay, well, most of these are saying that it's normal. I didn't mean to.
I'm just joking with you, man.
Okay.
I was just right here and I could hear you, so I was going to troll you.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Love you. Bye. Bye. She came in hot. Slid into the room. I mean, it wasn't like an intentional thing, but you burp and then somebody's face is right there. And should you have to apologize for that? Is that like an automatic apology if you accidentally burp and it's like right, it's near somebody's face? Or is it like, it happens? If somebody burps in my face, they make it a pop upside the noggin. Been married almost 10 years. We rip farts and burps around each other. It's natural. My daughters laugh when they fart. God almighty. That is the opposite of my household growing up. If I was around my parents, or God forbid, my grandpa Bernard would have, BAM! Fucking launched me. He would have yeeted me across the room if I farted.
The two buses are ready to roll Saturday, October 20th.
He probably would have killed me for farting.
Berries and Mount Dora. Costumes are optional and tickets
Anyhow.
are now on sale.
Sorry for the burp.
Thanks to MNC Fence, Puddle Jumpers, MTA Transportation, Jersey Mike's, and Just Call Mo, Orlando's injury attorneys. Get more information at realradio.fm/brew.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here for Life in Virginia FLA.
I also want to talk about the dude who was arrested for lighting that wildfire out in California, the Palisades fire. The guy who set this was like a crazy pyromaniac, and the fire starter, he's the fire starter. He started the fire, and he's in court in Orlando. The fire starter is in Orlando. This guy was unhinged, and I think he may have ended up calling 911. Like, he was obsessed with fire and stuff, and then called 911 afterwards because he freaked out.
Pick up your cell phone, dial #250 and say the keyword free heart scan. That's it. #250, say the keyword free heart scan. They'll connect you in seconds. Pick that plan today, guys, and take control of your long-term.
So we'll see what's going on with that guy, his motives and all that kind of shit. I think it's so interesting how one of the big media pushbacks needs to be on the doomerism of climate change. So much of the doomerism, like the end of the world stuff, is horse shit. It's not scientific. It's nonsense. With the wildfires in California, so much of it was blamed across so many mainstream media outlets as climate change, climate change, climate change, climate change, climate change. And it's like the dude who started the main portion, it appears, of the Palisades fire was some dude who just liked to light fires. And the same thing happened in Canada. They told everybody in Canada, you can't go out into the woods. You're not allowed to go outside. You can't go for a walk on a nature trail. Everybody stay inside or you're going to jail. And afterwards we'll still do the same thing. It's like, there are still people out there, like this guy that's been arrested apparently for lighting the Palisades fire, who are... Is firebug a thing? Is that a thing people say? Or is that like an old peepaw thing? Pyromaniacs. They're still out there. Some of them also like porno. When you put them together. All right, here we go, everybody. Buckle up.
Without congestion.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it. Try Sinex Severe from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
Let's go.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Macy's Backstage is a whole department inside your Macy's store where you can find the latest fall looks all for under $30. With new arrivals every day, you never know what amazing deals you'll find. Don't wait. Find a location at Macy'sBackstage.com.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Radio 104.1. Join in on the chaos. We eagerly await your dispatch. This
is the world's most viral newsroom. If you're new here, well, this is a special moment for us. This is our meet cute, if you will. And hopefully you find something about this show or even just this little segment, that's what they call little portions of the show, that you like. If you want to learn more, go to thenewsjunkie.com right now. All right, a couple of things to work in. But one, a lot of people were like, it ain't going to happen. This is a pie in the sky thing. You're not going to get any peace. Trump's been out there saying, like, I'm ending all the wars, right? And
wars that he has not been credited in ending, according to some speeches.
He has been legitimately, he's got a point. He has been involved in wrapping up a lot of these conflicts around the world. There was a huge issue with India and Pakistan, and they've been fighting for a very long time in India and Pakistan. And Trump got involved, and they zipped that up, and they moved past it. There's been other wars where he jumps in, hate him, love him, whatever. The guy seems to be making some moves here. And if Trump is successful in stopping the war in Gaza, ending this brutal war that I continue to tell you, no matter where you are, whether you support Israel, whether you support the Palestinian people, I don't care where you are on the spectrum, just put Gaza into Google Earth and just zoom in on anywhere and look into the destruction that's happened there. And you too, even though I'll shout it to the moon that Hamas is a bunch of terrorist lunatics, you too will want things to end there. But what's crazy to me is there's still people who seem to root against this. Like, how unhinged are you if you don't want to root for peace just because of the guy that's in the White House? You know what I mean? That to me is like, that's craziness. That shows a level of partisanship that's nuts to me. And then Trump floats the Nobel Peace Prize thing. I remember him saying that not even that long ago. Let me see if we can find the clip real quick.
Just to kind of throw it in the back of your mind there.
Well, he said, like, I should get it, but they're never going to give it to me. But I don't even want them to offer. I forgot. There was a clip of him talking about
he
this.
Wants it. Yeah, he wants it bad.
So bad.
See if you can find that clip of him talking about that, Sealand. I don't know. It wasn't that long ago. And he's like, I really deserve it, but they'll never give it to me. It was a whole thing. But we'll play that if we can. But Trump is now in talks, and there's people suggesting, including the Prime Minister of Israel, who posted, give at Real Donald Trump the Nobel Peace Prize. He deserves it. And then like an AI weirdo image of Trump with a massive Nobel Peace Prize around his neck.
I think if I'm to believe this, he's said it quite a few times.
Okay.
This is every time Trump said he deserves the Nobel Peace Prize.
Okay, yeah,
Russia and Ukraine, sir, you should be able to get the Nobel. I said, I stopped 7 wars. So what they're trying to do with the Epstein hoax is get people to talk about that instead of speaking about the tremendous success like ending 7 wars. I ended 7 wars. Nobody's going to talk about because they're going to talk about the Epstein whatever. Thousands of young people, mostly young people, are dying every single week. If I can save that,
this is now the third clip that hasn't mentioned the Peace Prize,
or by just being me, or by using a very strong tariff system that's very costly to Russia.
All right, give me a second. Let me find where he actually says
Now,
the
He's
Peace
talking
Prize.
about it. Yeah, he has indeed talked about it.
Past Nobel Peace Prize winners.
Mm-hmm.
I guess campaign for themselves prior to winning the prize, or is this a first?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if anybody's been like, you know what, I deserve it. And then people go, you're right. You actually do deserve it. And they push them forward. But I do know, like, let's say that this is successful. And boy, do I hope it is. Boy, do I hope this plan to stop the war in the Middle East is successful. And you should too. No matter how orange man bad you are, like how much you hate Trump, you should hope that there's success here too. Stop being crazy. And if Trump is able to get some sort of lasting peace in the Middle East and start rebuilding things for these people in Gaza, and then let's say he zips it up and stops the death of all these young men in Ukraine, these Ukrainian soldiers and these Russian soldiers dying for inches of territory. If he zips that up, then why shouldn't he get the Nobel Peace Prize? Literally. Like if he was able to solve both of those issues that seemingly no one else on planet Earth could solve, and he zips in, if it works, like legitimately, why shouldn't he get the Nobel Peace Prize?
I got this clip from February.
Mr. President, you managed to get this deal done. A lot of people say that the men who managed to do that should get a Nobel Peace Prize. Do you think that you'll be able to get all the hostages back home? And what would happen if you hear from the Israeli side?
They will never give me a Nobel Peace Prize.
This is the one you were talking about.
What would happen if the Israeli
I deserve it, but they will never give it to me.
My rhetoric.
Yeah, that was the one you were talking about from February.
He said they will never give me a Nobel Peace Prize. I deserve it, but they'll never give it to me. And to those of you who are most ardently against Trump, I seriously ask you, like, let's say, hypothetical world, those wars, the war in Gaza, the war in Ukraine, get zipped up, and Trump is at the forefront of solving those. 1,000%, he's the one responsible for what's happening right now with the ceasefire, with the hostages about to be released. Hopefully, fingers crossed, knock on wood, all of those things, right? If he does those things, why wouldn't you? I think you look like a buffoon if you're like, oh, I'm not going to give him any credit for that. That's an accomplishment no matter who does it. That is an accomplishment for anybody to be able to step up and do that and to find peace in these places where none seem to exist. Damn, I'm all for it. I don't care what you think about that or what you call me or whatever. That I want it. I'm rooting for peace every single time, no matter who is the person who ushers that in. But give us your thoughts. Do you think he should get the Nobel Peace Prize? Do you think he would ever? Do you think they're actually going to have a deal here? Here's some of Fox talking about this peace plan that I guess everybody's agreed on.
Let's go over it so you have an understanding of what they.
How many point plan is this? What did Michael Scott come up with this?
These are the main points of the plan.
And we have a 20-point plan.
And Brian Kilmeade is willing to do this for us on Fox News because there are no hobos involved. There are zero homeless people involved in this.
Framed out over in Cairo, Egypt. War will end immediately. So the fighting that's still continuing, we saw smoke coming out of Gaza, will cease. I don't think that'll be much of a problem. All hostages alive at the cease to be returned within 72 hours. We don't know when the clock actually starts ticking, but let's say Monday, at which time you'll have 20 plus alive and over 50 bodies collected. Right now, that's taking place, we understand, between all the different factions. There are groups that.
So let me go through this because he's going slow. Israel will release 250 life sentence prisoners, plus 1,700 Gazans who have been jailed since the start of the war. Hamas members could be given amnesty. They're going to try to get them out of the country. Hamas will have no role in the governance of Gaza, which was a key sticking point. Gaza will be governed by a temporary transitional government, which will be led by possibly Tony Blair, former leader of the UK or former leader of England, and also potentially Trump and others on some sort of panel. The Board of Peace, chaired by Trump and others, including Tony Blair. Possible path to Palestinian self-determination and statehood is the next point of this peace plan. So if that all goes through, I mean, that seems to me to be a huge W. Like, that's what I want to see. I want to see these people stop getting bombed. I want to see an end to all of the violence that we've seen in the Near East, the Middle East, whatever you want to call it. And I don't care who's responsible for doing it. If it's Trump, I'll give him the W. You should too. Otherwise, it just doesn't make any sense. You hate the guy so much you want bad to befall other people around the world. That's dumb, isn't it? Let me know what you think. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. Yeah, well, anybody. I mean, even if I absolutely hated somebody, if they did something that I thought was good, I'd be like, damn, there you go. I mean, this is kind of a policy that I try to have. I've talked about this so many times. I think Stephen King politically is so dopey. But when I see weirdos going after him and be like, that's why you suck, bro. Your books all suck. Just watched It Too. because it's October. Why not do some Halloween action?
Charlie.
What a great movie. The dude is talented. He's such a good writer. He might be a dodo on things, but he's like, so let people have wins, even if they're bad people sometimes to you. All right? Anyhow, we'll see what you say about that. Send us a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. Somebody's commenting about the teacher. The tipsofthenewsjunkie.com says, they found a teacher at the school I went to passed out at her desk from the night before. Drugs prescribed to her were opiates and they were involved. And she went to the pharmacy I worked for. Kind of awkward, but thankfully I didn't know her directly. She was the swim coach. This teacher was. Thank you for the email. Appreciate it. Yeah, that was wild. The story, if you missed it, was this teacher was so high in the classroom. She ran out of the class and some kid chased her to see if she was okay. And she thought the kid was her dog, not on a leash. So
what are you doing out of the house?
A little unhinged, I guess you could say. Let's work in one dispatch real quick. Do we have time for this, or do we need to? We can do one, right? Yeah, let's do one real fast. Here's Anjawa talking about 12-year-olds in the news.
Hey, y'all.
Hey.
Unfortunately, a 12-year-old probably could come home being all upset about that. Unfortunately, like, a lot of parents have gotten their kids real young, all into politics. Mm-hmm. My daughter, who's 12, comes home with all kinds of things and saying, well, is so-and-so going to do this, or are they going to do this? And we try to, like, explain it in a way we think is suitable for a 12-year-old, and then tell her, but y'all shouldn't be talking about that. Like, why don't you just have fun with your friends?
Yeah, please.
I think the 24-hour news cycle is definitely getting to the kids, and they should not be getting all the information they have. But do I believe her child did it? 100% if she's like this.
Yeah, I agree. I think there are too many young kids that tuned into the news.
Now consider that young of a kid who is getting all that information, and you tell them you can't talk about it or don't listen to it. As a little kid, you're gonna
I wouldn't
tell him that. More.
No, I wouldn't tell him that. I would look at what was going on, that the kid was focused on this stuff to begin with, and try to see if we could redirect that just as a parent. You know, I wouldn't be like, no, the news is offline. I would just be like, why is this kid so focused on this? And how can we open this child up, maybe get him involved in some more activities and stuff, team sports and all that, all these great distractions. Being a kid is such a blast, and you should really enjoy it and not be a doomer. Look what it did to Greta, you know, a little doom goblin girl. She's just always up in this stuff. And it seems like it's not a great childhood to me. But tell us what you think. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. When we come back, we'll talk about chaos at Publix. What's happening in the aisles? You'll hear this in just a moment, because that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
The Tampa Bay Bucks return home to host the San Francisco 49ers this Sunday. Coverage starts at 3:30 p.m. on Real Radio 104.1 and the free iHeartRadio app. Presented by First Horizon Bank and Renewal by Anderson, official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Hello. Washington Street. There's a crash on the ramp from Florida's Turnpike southbound. I-4 getting cleared up. Look out for crews on the roadways. See traffic.
I want to tell you about something real quick. But first,
667-68477 from the traffic center in James, Birmingham.
a little whiskey. Little whiskey to keep me flowing. I saw somebody said, I don't know which one of you it was like, yeah, say something nice about Joe Biden. First of all, you're anticipating that, like, I only want to give compliments on one side, which is stupid. Like, don't deflect. If I say something, engage with it. So do you agree or not agree if somebody, anybody, solves the war in Israel and Gaza, solves the war in Russia and Ukraine, solves the war between India and Pakistan, if that person isn't at least, like, worthy of the conversation of Nobel Peace Prize, then it's kind of dumb, right? Can we at least agree on that, right? Away from the politics? But number two, Joe Biden is still with us, is a dude who has given his whole life to public service. The majority of his life, I agreed with him. The majority of his life, when he was in the Senate, I agreed with him. Even when he was the president, I supported the CHIPS Act and various other things that Biden did in his first 2 years in office. I didn't support when he started wandering around like a zombie and I knew his brain was melted, but I think Biden's a decent guy overall. I don't think he should be thrown in jail. I think he's a little prickly, a little sensitive, but I don't think he's a bad American. And I've complimented him many times. But that's deflection for the point. The point is like, guys, this shit is good. Maybe some stuff is bad, maybe you hate some stuff, but some of this stuff is good. Okay? Cosidia says, right, be careful, Sean. These people in here upset with Trump. You might get threatened again. It's part of the job, I guess, now. Okay. That said, you can still say your piece, but I want to ask you a question. And I'll put up a poll maybe on this on YouTube. Publix has said they're going to allow open carry in their stores. Personally, I don't fucking like this. I don't like it. I think that the Second Amendment is important. I don't want to take anybody's guns away from them. But I think that bringing guns and displaying them so publicly into places where you buy groceries is stupidity on fire. I think it's a way to let somebody else celebrate whatever dipshittery they're into whilst scaring a lot of little kids. And you might counter that with saying like, well, hey, Sean, show kids that guns are safe. I don't want to show kids that guns are safe. I don't. I want kids to look at somebody walking around with a gun randomly in public as a potential danger. Okay? And maybe that's the difference between me and you. I want kids and even adults. Myself, if I'm walking down the sidewalk today and I see some guy walking towards me on the sidewalk with a semi-automatic weapon, are you kidding me? I'm beelining as fast as I can. That's just using your brain. I don't want that in my grocery store. What do you think? You want to shop at the grocery store while people are open carrying? Yes or no? Boycott Publix? I don't want to boycott Publix. I just think most public places should instate rules against this. Now, I will, in some cases, not go to places if they do this. If my movie theater says they're open carry, see you later. See you later. This ain't Aurora, baby. I'm not going to the movie theater if you could open carry in the movie theater. I already think it's a soft target. I don't want that. I think these aren't even like regular gun owners. But you might say in the best counter argument, like, Sean, you're never going to see this. Like, you're not going to go to Publix. People aren't going to do this. You're not going to see it. Maybe that's the case. But I don't like that. Get a concealed carry permit. Rock your gun in a safe way. Awesome. Cool. Keep you safe. Keep me safe. But somebody with a gun slung around them as I'm trying to buy some fruit roll-ups or Fig Newtons, no thank you. Don't boycott the BOGO? No way. I would never. All right, here we go. We're coming back.
And we just celebrated our 500th episode of My Favorite Murder. That's 500.
Not for sale to minors, must be 21 plus to purchase.
Hey, it's Karen in Georgia, and we just celebrated our 500th episode of My Favorite Murder.
That's 500 podcasts filled with true crime, comedy,
and some light girl math.
We're about to podcast for you. Watch this.
We have to think of something to say after welcome every week, and we're doing it.
Every week for 10 years.
Almost 10 years.
10 years.
10.
That's what 500 episodes sounds like.
New episodes every Thursday. Listen to My Favorite Murder on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. Goodbye.
Reese Impact Windows are guaranteed for life and transferable when you sell. ReeseWindows.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Got questions after an accident? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Holiday magic.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, Bills. BILLS. That's Bills. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may the odds be ever in your favor.
Occupying the space between high society and prison tattoos. This.
Should. In fact, I think most people do. Let me know what you think as we get into this here momentarily, or join us with the dispatch. Record your thoughts at thenewsjunkie.com. There's a push now, I guess Publix has said, this is a grocery store for those of you not in Florida. Publix has said they're going to allow for open carry of guns in their Florida stores.
I heard that.
After this open carry law went through. And Publix said, here's their statement. Treating customers with dignity and respect is a founding belief at Publix. In any instance where a customer creates a threatening, erratic, or dangerous shopping experience, whether they are openly carrying a firearm or not, we will engage local law enforcement to protect our customers and associates. Other stores like Walmart, Target, Winn-Dixie, Sam's Club, and Costco have requested that customers not bring guns, open carry guns, into their stores. And my head went a couple of directions in this. The first one is, I think the open carry stuff is stupid. I think most of it's stupid. I think you deserve to have guns. I think guns are overall fine. I think the Second Amendment is important. And all of that said,
I think concealed weapons have worked out pretty well.
I think concealed carry is just fine for everybody. I think all the people that I've ever seen that are these open carry people are dumb. I think even gun owners will admit this. Like, the open carry people are weirdos who
now, when you
are
say,
walking in public with an assault rifle or whatever.
Just to have someone say something to them, it seems.
When you say concealed versus open, like if you just have a gun that is like on a holster, like a police officer would.
Yeah,
is that that's not concealed? That's kind of open, right?
That is open.
No, if you mean you're rocking it like Bruce Willis in a movie where he got like the strap over like an undershirt kind of thing?
No, or even
that would
like
be
a
more
holster,
concealed,
like off the side, like a cowboy.
Okay,
that I've seen,
like visibly clipped into a belt.
Now, what I'm saying since open carry, like in Miami not too long ago, is a guy who has what looked to be a shotgun strapped to his back.
It's ridiculous.
And that, makes people feel uneasy.
Yeah, it does. And here's the thing. People will go, well, tell your kids about guns and tell them not to be scared about guns. No! What are you, stupid? I'm going to tell my kid about all the things you should be scared about in life that they should be scared about. If I'm walking down the sidewalk in the middle of the day and somebody's walking at me and they have a semi-automatic rifle slung around their shoulders, I'm leaving. Peace out. I'm not like, well, he's probably just a Second Amendment. No, that's craziness. I don't want that. I don't want that when I'm trying to get my avocados. I don't want that when I'm trying to pick out some Pop-Tarts. I don't want that when I'm trying to get my hamburger helper, baby. I want to just shop.
You don't know how to pick out an avocado.
You bet your ass I do a little squeeze, right?
What, are you going to pulverize it in your hand?
You just grab it, sniff it, and squeeze it.
If you squeeze it and then it's soft and you put it back in the pile, then whatever Instacart shopper is there is going to grab it and send it to a house that won't be able to eat it.
All I know is
Could
I
you
don't
imagine
want.
if that person had an open carry, though? Then avocado picking would be different, huh?
It's at gunpoint all of a sudden. All I know is that I don't want to have a gun inserted into the equation just slung around somebody's neck because those people are mostly weirdos. They just want like weird interactions. Normal gun people don't do this. I know you. I know what you do. You don't care about doing this stuff. So I think more of the stores should say no. However, I will say, and you guys tell me your experience on this, the Publix that I have, they always when I go there, have an armed police officer at the front of the store.
Like
so
armed
at least
that
they've got
they're
somebody.
strapped like it's across their chest. They're holding what seems to be a hefty gun.
That's because that Publix always has homeless people. That Publix has a lot of homeless people.
Yeah, are you saying that's not normal? Most of the Publix don't have like some police officer that's on duty? Because what I'm saying is if somebody does go crazy in the store and they're annoying people, at least an armed officer would be able to approach them.
I haven't noticed everyone doing it. I don't know if yours has it because they've had more incidents there. I know that there has been a gun-related incident at that Publix, but that was very many years ago.
Really?
Yeah. I think, don't quote me on that, but I think it was that one or it was one that was similar to that one.
All right, so I'll tell you this. I went to a bar that all of us have been to, and notice on the door was a sticker that was no guns. It was very clear. And so I asked Mike, what's that all about? And it was like the day of that law, being ready to go, that someone came in and they're like, excuse me, if you can't have that in the bar. And he's like, well, this is what we're allowed to do, blah, 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 and made a whole scene.
Right.
So they have to put the sticker on. And that's what I fear with a lot of people when it comes to just wanting to make a scene, wants that person to tell you no, or can you please put that away for the sake of the other customers? And you're the next viral video on TikTok, or God forbid, an even crazier person starts to open fire.
I hope that the amount of people that are interested in doing things like this are very small. But I got to tell you, I think a lot of these establishments should take an approach of, hey, we're going to have our own security on premises if we think that's necessary, and we're not allowing you to open carry here. I can tell you flat out, if my movie theater said we're going to allow open carry, I would not go to see a movie there. I already think about that stuff.
No.
I already think it's like
There's
Aurora,
no
Colorado.
You can't see anything?
Yeah, it's already a soft target kind of thing, and it's nightmarish to think about. And they're like, well, we got to embrace this. Just sling your semi-automatic rifle around your neck and head on into the movie theater. I would not go. I would not go in that case.
I don't really mind or care about the people who wear a firearm like a police officer would.
Yeah, me either. For the record, it's only the open carry like semi-automatic.
But that is technically open carry. I think where we're sort of mincing words here is that the term open carry carries a picture with it of a dude with a rifle slung over his shoulder inside of a Walmart, just walking by picking out canned tomatoes.
I understand what you're saying. I also don't want this to be like something where it's an aesthetic choice, like where somebody's like, look at my outfit and it now features handguns around my waist. And like, maybe that's less of a jarring thing to run into. But I think it should be like concealed carry is fine, y'all. Like do concealed carry, do your thing, protect yourself, protect your family, kick ass. Awesome. But I'll fight with you.
Slinging a shotgun or similar long rifle over your back at Publix is a weird look. It's weird. It's performative, I think. I don't get the desire.
Same. And I'm not going to approach that person. I'm going to be like wary as hell of whoever that is because that's weirdo behavior to me. But let us know what you think and send us a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. A lot of you chiming in today, and it's very, very good to hear from you. Many of you having incidents with wild teachers that we'll get into at some point in time here during the show. But as far as good news stories, there was one that I wanted to touch on. I don't know if we have enough time here. We might have to do this in the next segment. But there is the sweetest story about a rescue of this 80-year-old person.
Oh, I already know what you're going to say.
It's such a great story. I wanted to swing that around with all the good, bad, and crazy that are happening on the show. In fact, we will do that in the next segment for sure. We'll bring that in And we could talk about that here momentarily. Right now, let's work in at least one of your opinions on the topic. Here is Andrew talking about open carry in the grocery stores in Florida, at least.
Hey, guys. Happy Thursday. Hey. Okay. Quick, to the point. In my opinion, open carry is absolutely stupid. There's really no point to it. That's just, you trying to show everybody how small your thing is. As far as cops being, in front of Publix and stuff like that with open carry, what's going to make the difference between that and, say, like a resource officer at a school? School shootings happen. What do the resource officers do? Usually absolutely nothing because they're a bunch of pussies. What are the cops going to do? What is that one single cop going to do if someone goes into a Publix and starts shooting up the place with an AK? All the cop has is a freaking handgun on him. What is he going to do, run to his car and run back inside? I doubt that. Open carry is stupid. I don't think any store should allow it. This state is absolutely ridiculous.
He's at the end of his rope. Thank you, Andrew. Appreciate that. Appreciate your thoughts. I think a lot of police are willing to run into dangerous situations.
We mostly hear about the ones that don't.
We do, yeah, for sure. I did see, and I think solid point here, like I'm in full agreement. My tie over on chat, where'd this go? Chat is going too fast for me. Said, like I said earlier, this is just another form of virtue signaling. It very much is. It's like the people who want to put all their politics on display for the world. These very political people. The very political people, they want to just vomit it all over themselves like an aesthetic. And this is absolutely another version of that. Like, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to get a reaction out of you, and I'm going to be like, I'm allowed to do it. Like, okay, that doesn't make you a good person. Yeah. But I mean, I think that makes you a bad person. I think like scaring kids and stuff and purposely making a spectacle out of yourself in a dangerous way, I think that makes you a bad person, just personally. Andrew, thank you for the dispatch. And one more, TD has another direction to take this in.
The bigger threat to public safety is not an assault rifle around someone's arm. It's eating Pop-Tarts and Hamburger Helper.
Come on.
Get healthy, Sean.
I want to say shots fired, but I feel like it's in bad taste.
I don't eat Hamburger Helper but for like once a year, all right? I love it, and Hamburger Help Me. I love it. It's good stuff, but I don't eat it that much.
You have to get good hamburger to put in the helper, right?
Not necessarily.
No, C-Lane's broken all the rules on this, even recently.
I haven't
There's no meat in it, right? You have to add the meat.
Right. You have to add the meat, yes.
I had Hamburger Helper for the first time in very many years. It's just not something that I buy. And it got brought up on the show. It was the day you said, Hamburger Help Me. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I'm going to have some tonight because I have some hamburger in the fridge that I need to use. And when I went to make it, the ground beef was gray. And I was like,
don't tell me it's what I gave you for your birthday.
No.
Oh, okay.
The ground beef that I had bought from Publix, no rifle on my shoulder, was gray. It was not usable. So I had to resort to frozen meat, a la like a Steakums kind of deal. So it was a really, really poor meal.
A great gift for your BH.
Well, we'll see what you think on all of this and so much more. Send us your dispatch, your opinion, over at thenewsjunkie.com. But TD, I assure you, I'm on the path. I mostly eat healthy stuff. Courtney cooks really healthy stuff. For lunch every day, I have grilled chicken and my sticky rice. I've been banging that down for a while. Love that. I probably had that every lunch. No, I probably had that every lunch that I eat at home for like 2 years now, almost all the time, just because it's nice and clean and I dig it. And I'm trying to lose that weight before the roast. And I only have so long. We got 3 weeks. 3 weeks from today, the big roast event. And some info about that incoming today, which I'm excited to tell you about. Let me make a note of that real quick. But the idea was to drop some weight before the roast so I can take some of the sting out of somebody saying like I'm chunky or fat or whatever. And I'm down from 214, I think, to 207-ish, 208. So not all the way. I got to get down to 195 by the roast. I'll feel a little bit better at 195 if I can make it that far. Now, I think I might be able to do it. But thank you.
How long did you work on the
out.
first 6 pounds?
It's been maybe a month. Yeah. I had some back and forth, but I'm making some progress slowly but surely.
You're doing great.
It's right. It's slow progress, but it's still progress. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, Eeyore the dog saves the day. What happened? Wait until you hear this. There's some pretty amazing audio along with it, and that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is
The Monsters in the Morning.
It's literally a short walk. What the hell is wrong with you? Stop being so goddamn weird. Please.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
Traffic's wide open on most of the major roadways, although you're still going to run into those familiar delays on I-4 through that amusement park area. There's also a couple accidents to look out for on Aloma Avenue at Redbug Lake Road, Summerlin Boulevard where it meets Michigan Street, a crash on Orange Blossom Trail at Washington Street. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil.
Damn! Hold tight, hold tight.
Thanks to multiple start dates, a generous transfer credit policy, and no SAT or ACT requirements. You bring the ambition, we'll help you build the future. Learn more at rasmussen.edu.
Look at my new windows. Before you decide, you should do yourself a favor. Get a free quote from Reese Windows and Doors. They've been installing windows for over 50 years, and Reese Hurricane Impact windows come with an unbeatable lifetime warranty. It transfers when you sell your home. That just increases the value of your property and gives you peace of mind. That,
Folks, the hammer is dropping on this Katie Porter lady. There is another video of her freaking out on somebody. She is in the sights.
That's ReeseWindows.com.
We'll play that when we come back. We'll also play this amazing video of a police officer who arrives at a scene and a dog greets her. And like, I swear to God, like Lassie, the dog brings her directly to the person that is struggling. And I've got the body cam footage for you next, okay? Becky says, back in the day, I kind of liked the tuna helper. We had that. We had like, and maybe that's why I like eating the same stuff all the time. Maybe it's a little acousticness. But I like the same lunch every day. Predictable, it's great, it's my favorite, so I want to have that control and focus. But when I was a kid, we had like 5 meals that we cycled through. Hamburger helper, tuna noodle casserole that my mom made, meatloaf, hamburgers sometimes, every once in a while, and then like spaghetti and meatballs. Rinse and repeat over and over and over and over and over and over and over, as many times as you can. But as an adult, I don't like tuna. Couple minutes and we're back live on the show. This is called Skull Mike. This is where we chat in between the network commercial breaks. And honestly, it's fun. Shannon on YouTube says, we had a man walking around Eustis not long ago carrying his gun up and down the street. PD said he was allowed, but they had received a lot of calls. It's like a desperate attempt at attention getting. And I don't like it. And I don't think there's any great constitutional need to flex this. I wish you could enforce policies where it's like, don't be an asshole. And then throw all of those people in prison. Unfortunately, we can't do that. Folks, I gotta say, chat, you have been improving greatly. Chat, you've been rallying. You've been averaging about 3,000-ish comments per show. 3,000-ish comments. And on the rise. And all of them top notch. Let's get those numbers up. Let's hit 1,000 an hour on the show. BDMX Con says, shall not be infringed doesn't mean be a douchebag about it. True. True. Ardot says, Sean, are you saying that you are okay with an open carrying a handgun at Publix, just not rifles? I don't want the aesthetic public display of weapons. If you are using a weapon and you have that like in a way that's not being flashy or shocking on purpose, then I don't care, and I don't think most people care. But if you're purposely trying to visually shock with the aesthetic of carrying a weapon in public, in a place where you would not often otherwise see it, I'm against that. And I think most people are. 2 minutes and we're back live. Vicky says, we never put noodles in it, but I grew up with tuna pot pie, just made with simple white sauce. Oh, I got through it somehow. Tuna noodle casserole out of the can with butter noodles. Ugh. The thought is just gross to me now. I'm all about Second Amendment rights, Vet says. And while you have the right to open carry, no need to tell the world your business. Exactly. In a best case scenario, you would have your gun rights, but not have the morons who flex them out there. It's like everybody should be able to say the R word or any other word they want to, but you would expect that you tactically use them. Like I do. You drop a tactical word every once in a while. A tactical F-bomb. A tactical N-bomb. Maybe not a tactical N-bomb. We'll revisit that. Probably not that one. Yeah, nuclear, yeah. Noodle casserole.
Fun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
Sports season is in high gear, and iHeartRadio's got it all. The NFL.
It's a touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Baseball postseason.
Tail time in game 1.
College football, the NHL, and the NBA is about to tip off. It's all right at your fingertips on the iHeart app with play-by-play podcasts and local stations where you can join the conversation.
I agree with the last caller. We got to be done with that guy.
Join the millions who are already doing it. Open the free iHeartRadio app now. Sports on iHeartRadio, where fans live it.
Holiday magic. Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, Bills. BILLS. That's Bills. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may the odds be ever in your favor.
Join in on the chaos. We eagerly await your dispatch. This is...
You can even watch the show. How about that? Convert over. See us on YouTube at youtube.com/thenewsjunkie. This is an amazing, sweet, fantastic story to wash out all the crazy controversial stuff we tend to do on the show. I mean, that's just how it goes. This is where we focus on viral news. Sometimes it's crazy controversial stuff. Sometimes I'm pounding my fist. Sometimes it's some wild thing that makes everybody laugh. It's about a plate full of food where you got lots of options for you. And this one, I think, is one everyone's going to like. A dog, and you're going to hear this dog saving their owner. And it's just a killer story. We'll get to that momentarily. But man, is the boom dropping. It's been like 15 minutes. Another Katie Porter video has dropped. Like, this has got to be...
That's archived. They were ready. There was a whole folder like, this is the day, week, rather.
Yeah. Somebody's like, keep dropping bombs, man. This lady's a bitch. We need to show more people about her. And then one after another, they're releasing these clips. And it's like a tactical takeout right now. This one is supposedly her on some Zoom. The woman who's running for the California governor spot, Katie Porter, and has been seen in a lot of awkward clips that are going viral. This is the one where I guess she yells at people on Zoom.
Oh, yes. This is why I didn't want to do. I need the lights off, the bright lights. I'm so sorry, but I am about to get on. Bernard, I need you to turn these off. These that are killing me. Hang on 1 second, everybody.
She does need the lights off, technically. It's blowing out the shot.
Yes, we should have. Yes. Okay, everybody, I'm not that.
Oh, that seems like a troll. They shut the lights off.
This is 100% what I would do to you. The sea lane is too bright. It's killing me. Oh, is it killing you, Sean? Is it too bright? I'm so sorry.
Looks great.
Can't do the show like this, for God's sake. They shut the lights off, and now Katie Porter is sitting in pitch black for those of you listening, okay?
Dark. It's too dark.
She's mad. She's big
Just
mad.
a minute.
She turned off her camera and mic. Oh.
Get it together, KP.
Wait, can we not hear? I want to hear if she's yelling at somebody.
She's most likely yelling at somebody.
She's muted it.
This video, I saw this.
Oh, she moved.
Okay, everybody, I'm sorry about that. I am in a TV.
Oh, there was a lady in the background who waved at the camera real quick and then ran like she was about to be beat.
She just realized that she was on camera, and she's like, that is 4 slashes after this is done.
Damn, she's in the targets right now. Wow, who did she piss off, this lady? She really irritated somebody.
All right, real quick. What actress could play Katie Porter in a comedy movie?
Ooh.
3, 2, 1. Melissa McCarthy.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I hear it in her voice. That's totally Melissa McCarthy. Listen to her talk.
I was thinking, and maybe this is like out there a little bit. I was thinking in a couple of years, the girl from Last of Us kind of looks like her a little bit. She's got like a similar face to her, but I could see that Melissa McCarthy working.
Listen to her voice.
Yeah, let me hold that. She sounds like her.
No, we should put the computer up on the Yes, we should have. Yes.
I can hear that.
Everybody, I'm not that dark.
She's so mad. Oh, this lady's a clip factory. Don't do this to me, please.
I saw this video earlier today. Actually, it was after we watched the first one of her where she was screaming at "Get the F out of my shot," and I was like, this one's not as exciting, but mostly because she cut off her camera and mic to yell at these people. They were like, gubernatorial candidate Katie Porter shoots her staff the death stare after lighting snafu.
Well, we'll see what you think about this and what's happening in your world with your dispatches momentarily. Right now, momentarily, but right now, it sounded like I skipped audibly there. Right now, I want to talk about Eeyore the dog. A dog named Eeyore.
Good boy.
Who's a hero, this sweet little dog. A sheriff's deputy from Okaloosa County had popped up, and the dog greets the sheriff officer, and the deputy goes, okay, what's going on here? And the dog is like Lassie. The dog is like leading the officer.
Like something's happening. Like goes up to the cop, and then it's turning around, but then looking at the cop, and then turning around, looking at the cop. Very clearly, I need to lead you somewhere.
That's crazy. If the dog is understanding that,
Carl
that's such
would never.
There's like a level of intellect going on there with the dog, where the dog's like, I need to make a scene, kind of. Here's how this played out. Let's check it out.
Hey, baby, where's your mama?
Where's your mama? Here's the dog.
Hey, where's your mama? Hey, where's your mama? Tell me where your mama is. I've got you, man.
All right, she's running now, following the dog.
322 up locator. Oh, hey man, can you tell me what happened? Oh, can you tell me what happened? You okay? Where were you when you? I was in front of that house right there. And then the dog ran up to me.
So the dog ran up to the cop and made a scene and then brought the dog over to her. She's now on the ground, hurt, this poor lady who is in her 80s. She's 86 years old. She fell while she took the dog for a walk. And I think the little dog, Eeyore, felt bad. Dog said, I'm out here trying to get a walk, getting excited. I pulled an 84-year-old woman or 86-year-old woman, and I knock her over. Now I got to get her some help. And he did. The dog went and got the police.
The dog brought you over. He wouldn't leave. He kept coming back to me.
He ran up to my car, and I said, bring me to your mommy, and he ran back to her.
He come up to your car. Good boy. Sweetheart.
Can we get her off the ground?
Good boy. I'm not even his owner. I'm his grandmother.
Oh, my
Such a good boy. You're so good. Oh, Eeyore, you're a good boy.
Eeyore, you are a good boy.
Oh,
Shouts out to Eeyore.
Eeyore.
Shouts out to Eeyore. My God.
Not grandma's just dog sitting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah,
Still helped.
Might be time for her to stop dog sitting, honestly. It might be a little bit time to retire the dog sitting for the grandma.
I don't know if Eeyore's acting like that. She could follow whenever she
might need a dog.
What a sweet dog. What a sweet dog. I love this kind of stuff. Hallmark.
She might need to open carry that dog just in case, stuff goes down.
Hallmark, spelled HAULMARC on YouTube, says dogs are smart, people are dumb. It's the great uniter, or should be. That you treat your dog well, that you love your animal. Yeah. It's a Western thing. It's a mostly Western thing that we've developed over the years, where we're very close with our animals. We treat our animals in a different way.
Minus Michael Vick, but.
Where most of us, the best among us, treat our animals in a really, really decent way. And it's because of moments like this. And I love that. So shouts out. 86-year-old grandma, be careful.
Oh, what a sweet boy.
Be careful. I hope nothing happens to you out there. Okay, let's, before we take a break here, there's one more thing I wanted to work in. There's an email. Somebody said, I had a druggy 4th grade teacher. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. Happy Thursday, Sean, Sabrina, and Uncle Chris. Uncle Chris. When I was in 4th grade, which was in 1989, and about halfway through the school year, they added a new teacher to 4th grade.
Not my nephew.
They split up the classes to give her a class. After about 2 weeks, she started to take us outside right after lunch, and we would stay in recess for the rest of the day, which is about 3.5 or 4 hours. About a week later, she would take us outside in the morning. We would come back and go to lunch. She would take us back outside, and she would fall asleep on the picnic tables on the playground. That happened for about 8 days until one of my classmates reported it. I'm still pissed at that kid, by the way. Screw you, Jerry. But anyways, she ended up getting arrested and fired for endangerment to children because she was on drugs. Oh, my God. And then she offed herself a week before her court date.
All right,
really?
sweet story.
Wow. She was the funniest teacher I ever had. Keep up the work, he says. And
don't
Jerry,
off yourself.
Screw you, Jerry. How could you do this? It took a turn. It took a turn. Let's go in another direction. Mickey wants to talk about Eeyore the dog.
Oh, boy.
Tips at thenewsjunkie.com says her husband called the cops to let them know she was walking the dog. Usually her walks take 15 minutes, but she was gone for about 2 hours. Oh, really? Okay. I mean, another interesting tidbit on that one. When we come back, we got the next episode with Sabrina. What's coming up on the next episode?
What's coming up on the next episode? Here's a weird sentence. The first quarter of the 21st century is coming to a close. So why not name the best song of the century right now? Hollywood is spinning the big wheel of unoriginal ideas and landed on not one but 2 competition series that are sure to make the biggest ripple. Gene Simmons has gone from rockin' all night and everyday parties to nappies behind the wheel. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James Miguel and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Central Florida forecast. And for our Thursday, we are going to be expecting a little bit higher of a rain and storm chance today, about a 40 to 50% chance. We'll be expecting temperatures to be a little closer to normal as well, with highs right around the mid to upper 80s, a high of 87 degrees today in Orlando. Higher chances of rain will exist as we head into our Friday, about a 60% chance, but that will set the stage for what is set to be a very nice looking second half of our weekend, especially with sunshine and lower humidity. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle, founder of Blindster.com. I started Blindster in 2010 to make quality, custom-made blinds affordable to everyone. Traditional window covering retailers are expensive. Our prices are low, and our blinds are guaranteed to fit. Blindster.com.
Pack your day with awe and awesome at SeaWorld Orlando. Get real close.
All right, folks, how are you?
Now through November 2nd, go from real to unreal at SeaWorld. Get our best benefits ever with annual
Yes, latest video just passed 300,000 views on Facebook. Shouts out, thank you. Thank you to the great soldiers out there who watch the videos. That's greatly appreciated. Just slowly getting some traction over on YouTube. YouTube's algorithm seems to wait a little bit longer to lift things. Fingers crossed. Thank you for the support. The next episode in about 2 minutes. We're back live. How are you, friend? Hope all is well. Quick water break. Don't forget, Secret Shows is tonight. Secret Shows is tonight. We live stream uncensored from this studio, Secret Shows, to the News Junkie Discord. And if you want to get the link to the Discord, it's available over on thenewsjunkie.com. If you don't know about Secret Shows, go sign up, subscribe for as little as $2.99 a month for well over 400 uncensored shows, including bonus shows and all sorts of stuff. And being a Secret Show subscriber unlocks all the features of the website, including, and the update that's releasing either this weekend or Monday perhaps for the developers, a brand new, fully refined See It Now experience. Sign up to Secret Shows at thenewsjunkie.com. And click that Discord link, baby. Okay. Abraham Dragonfred says it's pouring outside. Be careful out there. Especially if you're driving. Do be careful.
Cue the easy button because it's official.
Hamburger, help me. Glenn, represent, man. People who hate two things. It's a red flag. If you hate Hamburger Helper or if you hate Spam, it's a red flag. It shows that you haven't been poor enough. I might add ramen noodles to that too. If you hate Hamburger Helper, if you hate Spam, or if you hate ramen noodles, it shows you haven't been poor enough. Good stuff. Booty Sweat says Spam and eggs are ballin'. True. By the way, the Hawaiian creation of the Loco Moco is top notch. S-tier breakfast. No doubt about it. Indisputed champion of breakfast. Coming back! Coming back! Uh-oh. Here we go.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Filling in the gaps between the New York Times and World Star. This is
things happening in the world of entertainment and beyond. And real quick, big thanks to everybody who has tickets for the exclusive and very intimate event that's coming up, the Roast of Sean Wasson. There are a couple, and I mean two. I think there's 2 seats on the back line, which were opened up recently, and 1 or 2 seats on the side. And then all of the main area for this incredibly exclusive event is going to be gobbled up. And we'll talk about some things that are happening after that. But, yeah, grab those while you can for October 30th in the Roast of Sean Wasson at thenewsjunkie.com/roast. Thenewsjunkie.com/roast. Okay, friends, we'll get to your dispatches or emails and all of that momentarily on the show. We got a whole second half to go right now. Let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
Are ya hungies, Billy?
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina.
Hey, smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don, thatmortgageguyDon.com, and of course, the Home Loans Radio Show. If you're looking to get that beautiful dream home, there's a lot going up for sale these days. And what's going down, it seems like the mortgage rates. So be sure to start the process with somebody that is going to explain said process. Lift the curtain on the mortgage business because that mortgage guy Don wants you to know how it works. He's got your back. Go to thatmortgageguyDon.com to get the process started today.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
40 years ago. God, does time fly.
True.
It was on this day, 1985, that a particular person dedicated a 2.5-acre garden memorial to her late husband. Yoko Ono is right.
John Lennon, points.
I guess 2 points were available, and both of you have them. And I will throw 2 more points, and this will be breaking a tie. What was the name of the memorial in New York City Central Park?
I know what it is.
3, 2,
Strawberry
1.
Fields?
That is correct.
Wow, you didn't wait till the end of the timer.
And now we got stuff that's a little bit more...
You know what? Yeah, that's right.
All right,
I
Sean,
don't care.
where are you?
That's nice. I'll broadcast in the dark.
Don't you walk in my seat!
Told you.
You're in my shot! And if only someone was in his, what seems to be 50,000 shots, but that is allegedly, or a little joke, sweet segue into not even 2 years into retirement, the lead singer of this group,
Kiss.
Yeah!
Damn it.
Gene Simmons is doing some, retirement stuff. He landed in the hospital this week. Did you know?
Oh, no. What happened to him?
Just a little passing out behind the wheel of his Lincoln Navigator.
Damn.
Crossed several lanes of traffic and hit a parked car. God, so long.
Is he okay?
Yeah. No, he seems to be.
Okay.
He was briefly hospitalized, but he tweeted, "Thanks, everybody, for the kind wishes. I'm completely fine."
Whoa, what? Oh, okay.
I had a slight fender bender. You crossed several lanes and hit a parked car. You could have
called
killed
it a slight
somebody.
fender bender?
You bet he did. It happens, is what he said.
Whoops.
Especially to those of us who were horrible drivers, and that's me. All is well. Good. Maybe they should have continued the final farewell tour, because then he would not be behind the wheel of a car.
How old is Gene Simmons? Is he in his 70s or so? Or
76 years old to be exact.
Damn. Okay. All right.
And he's been very adamant that he doesn't drink or do drugs. He just likes to take nappies in the middle of driving a car.
Mm-hmm.
So there you have it. But if we're here doing lies, then apparently this guy right here is screaming them from the rooftops.
Jennifer Lopez.
Jennifer Lopez is right. Ceiling gets the point. During a recent podcast appearance, Jennifer Lopez, a.k.a. J-Lo, a.k.a. Taco Kisses, made a bold claim about her high school track career. And then you immediately went to the internet, and that claim was debunked.
What was the claim? What'd she say?
So some people are saying exaggerating, worse, outright lying is what I'd like to say with dyslexia. Lopez made the claim while recording the podcast, the All the Things program with Matt Rogers and Bowen Yang. And she was asked about her athletic prowess, as people ask. Just real quick, Sean, athletic prowess.
Not great is what I would say in 2 words.
Kickboxing?
I was good at boxing. I was good at boxing and kickboxing. That was the one thing I was good at. I wouldn't even put fishing in there, honestly. I was not a great fisherman.
Chris, you're next.
Me, athletic prowess, very low. Yeah.
Anything at all?
Yeah, I had the karate thing for a while, and then I didn't do it anymore.
Just for the sake of, do you know, Sab, after all these years, do you remember what sports I played in high school?
You played, you were the mascot for one, but
okay. You thought I was going to be
tell
a
that
lesbian
to Stuff
joke.
the Magic Dragon.
I was going to say softball, but that's just because I know you from playing softball. So I don't know if that actually tracks back to high school.
Yeah, no.
It
Played
does.
softball.
Okay.
And
basketball.
And one more. It's a stupid sport, and I don't know why they made an actual league out of it.
Kickball?
Mm-mm.
Pogs.
Hoggin is correct.
No, Pogs, I said.
No.
Not Hoggin.
Flag football. So J-Lo responded that she ran both the 800 and the 1500.
All right.
Rogers at that point said he ran the mile, which is the 1600, to which Lopez enthusiastically responded, "Me too. Taco burrito." She then asked for his best time. He states it was 4:36. Impressive, by the way, for an entire mile.
For a mile, that's good. That's damn good.
But what did J-Lo say? I think my best was 4:49.
For a woman?
A quick look into the history books is that she did not run the 4:49 mile in high school. One fan discovered...
How were you able to look that up?
The top time in the country in 1987, Lopez's senior year, was 4:47. In fact, only 3 girls in the country broke 4:50, and Jennifer Lopez was not on the national list.
Yeah,
interesting.
I still don't think a woman. I might be wrong about this, and if I am, I apologize. I don't think a woman has broken the 4-minute mile.
If you want to give it a quick googs, I can't.
I will.
Running Magazine in Canada says a 4:49 mile in high school would currently rank Lopez 247th on the global all-time list for U20 women.
Yeah. By the way, no woman has ever broke the 4-minute mile. So
Well,
that's
come on,
why
ladies. Get out there and do running.
The moment I hear that, I'm like, so Jennifer Lopez is on record pace for like the greatest female athletes of all time.
To think she was going to do the greatest hits of all time tour, and that didn't do well. She should have been just running.
No.
Or perhaps you can just sign up for these upcoming, super creative, totally original ideas when it comes to competition shows. Oh, wait, let me turn that around. We now have 2 new competition shows, one based on Clue, and the other based on this. Thank you, C-Line.
It's Wordle time. It's Wordle time.
Wordle.
Wordle all the time.
Yeah, it's Wordle time. It's Wordle time. Can you
Didn't know they had a song.
imagine a competition series that you sit down on TV and you watch?
Yeah.
Wordle style. Do you
Absolutely.
think that'll be any good?
If it's written correctly, yeah. I mean, some of the dumbest shows we have that are game shows are just like mindless distractions.
Do they last more than a season that you're like thinking of?
There's that one like
exactly
Pictionary show, or one of those shows that airs in the daytime that's been going on for a
Guys,
while.
hang on. They made a show out of Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego, and they had an a cappella group, and it was still kind of good.
Yeah, but that
wasn't a game show. It was a computer game.
No, it was a TV show, though.
No, the TV show was like a dramatization, like it was a scripted series. She's talking about they're taking Wordle and making a game show out of it. I'll watch.
That you sign up for. Or we sign up. I haven't done the Wordle today, but if you are up for it, that'll be coming to a tube.
I've been real into Pips.
Near you. What's that?
It's on the New York Times app. It's
I've
the
only
new
been-
domino game. It's real good.
Are you paying?
Yeah, I think so. I guess.
Wow.
It's Wordle time. It's Wordle time.
Paying, dude. On the boob tube, if you're not wordling, we have football, baby. Eagles and the Giants. Who's
yeah.
gonna win? Series premiere of 911 Nashville, because we needed it. 22nd season premiere of Grey's Anatomy, because we need it. Right, Ashley? And NCIS, Tony and Ziva on Paramount Plus. Channing Tatum will be on Fallon, and you follow your dreams and me on Instagram at Sabrina Ambra. Most importantly, stay with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina. We have a lot to get to still in the show. The second half of the show, we're going to bust things wide open. We got to talk about this person. They arrested the person that I believe started one of the main Palisades fire when California was all burning down and all hell was breaking loose. They arrested the guy who was like some crazy pyromaniac, apparently, who allegedly lit this thing. And they arrested him in Orlando, or he's coming to court in Orlando at least. So he's near where we are. We have some drunk sisters getting into a fight, and the body cam chaos that had, and a new AI law which is so unhinged it must be fake, but it's not. And it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Keep an eye out for a car stopped on the shoulder, slowing things down on I-95 southbound approaching International Speedway Boulevard. There's a crash getting cleared up on the ramp from I-4 westbound Osceola Polk Line Road. The right turn lane's blocked on Colonial Drive westbound at Goldenrod Road, and we got scattered showers moving throughout the area. Expect some rainy conditions on your ride this afternoon. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by King's Hawaiian Sliders.
Eli Manning here. There's nothing like football and King's Hawaiian Sliders. There's something about those soft, fluffy, irresistible King's Hawaiian Sliders that make them a winner on game.
Hey everybody, how you doing? Hang on, just got to refresh a couple of things. Okay, Godspeed. You know what I find interesting? Tell me what you think about this. I've got a clip of this at some point in time that we'll play. But Josh Hawley, who's a Republican, is railing against Amazon. Okay? And Josh Hawley says the CEO of Amazon makes $40 million a year. And the average Amazon employee, he says, makes $35,000 a year. He says this is unfair. The question I have is, this is interesting language. This usually is a labor union argument or a left-wing argument, but these are folks who are in the populist right on this country that are now coming at executive pay. Right? Which is probably a good strategy long-term for the Republicans. Republicans would be greatly benefited if they did two things. One, completely change their approach on some things so that the normies don't view Republican mean, Democrat empathetic or whatever. You got to split that somehow. You got to get rid of this idea that because you're a Republican, you're somehow the mean one, and that it's like a branding thing that is deep in the roots that Republicans need to ditch if they want to win over normies, women, etc., etc. The other thing is, Republicans would benefit greatly from being for the little guy. That's an interesting move by Josh Hawley to be like, look, we think executives, like the executive of Amazon, make too much money when the everyday workers don't make nearly as much. I mean, I don't necessarily agree with it, but it's decent strategy. Three minutes and we're coming back. Hello? Yeah, hang on. Okay. I agree. I do think I'm sexy. I agree. Yeah. Thank you for the compliment. I'm glad I cut off the mic for it, but yes, I agree. I'm definitely sexy. Thank you. Angel says, okay, really, Holly? I was surprised. I was kind of surprised by that. Not the sexy thing.
Everyone likes to hear yes, and at Rent-A-Center, we love to say yes to flexible payment.
Also, the Bad Bunny heat continues. Bad Bunny under fire for not standing. Brace yourself. He went to a baseball game, and Bad Bunny didn't stand for God Bless America. Can you believe it? Bad Bunny didn't stand for God Bless America. Unbelievable.
What happened to my grocery store?
Unbelievable.
No, this is a farmer's market? Yes. Well, sure. Any grocery store is like
Breaking news. Breaking news, everybody. President Trump, as of just a couple of minutes ago, has said the remaining hostages in Gaza are scheduled to be released on Monday or Tuesday, and that Trump is planning on visiting the Middle East to mark the moment. Now, rumor has it he might be speaking to Israel's Knesset, and that is essentially their parliament or Congress, and that Trump may be giving a speech there as this all goes through. If Hamas is bullshitting and hoodwinking and not really going to do this deal, I have never, ever seen them take it this far. I hope we're right there. Feels close. But Trump has said Monday or Tuesday the hostages should be released. And we're coming back, baby. Here we go!
Got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Think orange for your next vehicle. OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Need help after an accident? Just call Mo. Learn more at JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart Radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Holiday magic! Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. WIN. W-I-N. That's WIN. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may your efforts bear fruit.
The most viral newsroom on the planet is still humming along. This is
Unhinged. New law in California. I'll tell you, and this is real, what's going down in just a minute here on the show. But you can learn more about the show, a radio show, podcast, and live stream over on the website, which is obviously thenewsjunkie.com. Hollywood is out of control. Out of control. They want a lot of things. They got power in California. They're pushing through some new laws. And I'll tell you why this doesn't really work in just a moment here. All right. And I'll tie this insane new law to a popular television show momentarily. But first, California is the first state to make a claim and make a law about AI. Now, I'm going to bring this up here in front of me in just a moment.
What do you, in what regard? Because I know that we have in Florida laws about AI.
Not like this one. Here's the story. California, the first state to claim using AI to replace an actor is now against the law. like illegal. Like you put an actor in something where they didn't act in it and it's AI. You have not just like done something morally wrong or contractually wrong or something that they could get you with in a civil court, but you have broken a law by taking an actor and using AI to replace the actor.
What if you get permission or...
Well, then you're fine. Yeah.
But now
if you're doing it without permission, they're saying.
What other laws, criminal laws in California are against movie makers? I mean, we only saw, wasn't it? No, it was criminal as far as Alec Baldwin, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, with the Rust movie set shooting?
Yeah, there was still a civil lawsuit that went through.
Right. Yeah, I think that was in Arizona where that took place. But this is about...
That's weird.
Like the AI replacement, I believe it was. I don't remember now. But this is about the AI replacement of real actors against their judgment, right? So they're saying we don't want to be in something, and you put them in them anyways, and you're now breaking actual law.
Previously, this would have been something that would have just been in their contract. Like,
yes.
Hey, I'm signing on for this movie. You're not allowed to use AI to change my performance, anything like that.
Yeah, here's what it says. California has become the first U.S. state to claim that using AI to replace a real actor is against the law. With artificial intelligence becoming increasingly prevalent in our daily lives and technology becoming more and more sophisticated, California has passed not one but two bills to protect actors over concerns about AI. On September 17th, Gavin Newsom passed these two AI bills into law. Then they, I guess, fully signed them. According to AB 2602, a contract between an individual and anybody else can be rendered contrary to public policy if it allows for the creation and use of a digital replica of the individual's voice or likeness in place of the work of the individual would otherwise have performed in person. If you didn't get that, you can't even sign a contract that says you can be replaced with AI or they can manipulate you, your voice, or your likeness in AI in California. You cannot even sign a contract to be able to do that in the state of California as a result of
pretty
this.
Quick. It wasn't something that was used as a political gain piece, right?
No, in California, there's no competition. Yeah. California, it's all Democrats, pretty much. So they don't have any.
Is that
Gavin
a Democratic thing? I would think it would be more of a Republican thing, honestly.
Gavin Newsom wants to be friendly with Hollywood and the actors and such. And there's a push to protect their jobs. They don't so much care about everybody else losing their jobs to AI, but they're really focused on them being replaced with digital replicas. And they say as part of the law, it says a digital replica refers to a computer-generated, highly realistic electronic representation that is readily identifiable as the voice or visual likeness of an individual. So you cannot sign a contract saying that they can use your likeness or your voice to do this. So they want people to hire human actors and have actual actors do this. They want AI out of Hollywood. Here's the problem. Juxtapose that with this. Stranger Things Season 5. Numbers are coming in. Stranger Things Season 5 reportedly cost $460 million to film this show. $460 million to film this show. Now, every once in a while, somebody comes in and knocks this down because this is not how much this stuff should cost. These are big, bloated Hollywood productions that are wasteful as hell. And somebody goes, I can make something every bit as high quality, and I can make it for a tiny fraction of the price. Sometimes it even happens in surprising places. Like, to his credit, Seth Rogen did this with the animation world. He did his movie,
Sausage Party.
Sausage Party, the adult animated feature Sausage Party. He did his movie for a fraction of the budget in a fraction of the time that Pixar and other animated films were taking to create these things. You can do this all for so much cheaper, but Hollywood likes to overspend. And they want to overspend and not be able to have the alternative of using AI at the same time. So we got a real tough future ahead of us here. Stranger Things Season 5 reportedly cost north of $460 million. That's more than Avengers Endgame, which cost $356 million. Netflix spent between $50 and $60 million per episode of this new season of Stranger Things 5. And I don't even know how well this Stranger Things season is going to do because it's been so long. I don't even know if everybody is going to tune back in and pick up where they left off. I, for one, don't even remember where we were. I have to go back and rewatch stuff. And sometimes when I do that, I'm like, I'll just leave this one behind.
So here's something that's kind of, I don't know if this is a gray area in the law or maybe they just haven't dug that deep into it. But like in the example that two people have brought up on the texting service, back-to-back, different people, Wizard of Oz at the Sphere. They clearly needed to use some AI to fill out some things, make
definitely.
the shots bigger. Would that be illegal?
I think that would. Well, I think this might be effective going forward. We'll have to ask Moses, but it sounds like you can't agree to a contract that allows these people to do that. Therefore, they're trying to shut it down industry-wide moving forward. But it doesn't sound like you could do that going backwards. It doesn't sound like it would make it a crime to take an old thing like the Wizard of Oz. I guess that would be up to whoever owns the Wizard of Oz, right?
I guess.
Whoever owns the rights, because you're right. That's exactly what they did. They stretched out that movie. They added people where they weren't. They got more scenes out of folks who weren't even present in the scenes. They did all of that.
Little things is just like, the Wizard of Oz had a certain aspect ratio and they needed to make it bigger. So they made rooms bigger and they had, the actors walking in from distances that they didn't previously do. It wasn't even huge things, but most of those actors are dead.
May they rest in peace.
It's not like they can't
come back now.
Yeah.
But I think this is wrong. Barbara, by the way, says, Hiya, Barbara. Appreciate you over on YouTube. Dan says, but they were just using AI to replace backgrounds and scenery, not actors. I don't know if that's true. I think in some cases they expanded scenes and put characters in places where they were not on camera.
But were those AI-generated characters?
They took the people who already acted in it and then just used the AI to put them in a scene that they weren't in, put them in a frame that they weren't in.
Okay.
And they did it that way. It was work that wasn't originally on screen at the very least.
This reminds me a little bit of the Top Gun civil lawsuit. Gosh, it was when that came out, the newest one, which was 4 years ago now. But there was a guy that was in the original and was trying to sue because they used just his picture off to the side saying that he had passed away.
Yeah.
And they're like, because you used it, you used my likeness.
Yeah, and they did.
That could have been AI generated. And then what? In California, you now would have the creators of Top Gun Maverick behind bars?
See, this is weird because, if they used his picture, maybe they already had the picture.
Yeah. I mean, if they have the rights to your performance, they can reuse that stuff. Even to stretch this out into a thing that makes sense for everybody, because you upload your photos to Facebook or Instagram, I believe Facebook or Instagram has the right to use your photos.
Not if you put the post that says Facebook has no right to use my Facebook photos. Yeah, as did I. So good luck. I'll see you in court.
Did you send it to 40 friends too?
Yes, of course I did.
All right. In the AI overview on Google, which I don't know if we should be even trusting AI on this since it's anti-AI.
Hey, but love you, AI.
It says California has banned the unauthorized use of an actor's digital likeness or voice generated by artificial intelligence. But you're making it sound like they can't even authorize it. Like the actor themselves can't authorize it.
That's what the actual law says. At least this write-up of it.
Key aspects of the new laws. AB 2602 is informed consent for living performers. A performer must provide clear, informed consent before their likeness or voice can be recreated by AI. Contracts must explicitly state how these AI-generated digital replicas will be used, covering specific projects and duration of their use.
But AB 1836, is that the one you're reading?
No, I'm reading 2602. Okay. 1836 is for deceased performers.
Yes.
The commercial use of AI-generated replicas of deceased performers is prohibited without prior consent from the estate.
So that would make the Wizard of Oz thing then off limits, wouldn't it?
Unless they went to the estates of each actor. I mean, how long does an estate even last?
I don't know how that would work because it's been so long since something like Wizard of Oz came out. But yeah, you're right. 1836 says it makes it illegal. It prohibits the creation and distribution of a replica of a dead person's voice or likeness. So that would be, I would think, although it wasn't created in the state of California, or maybe it was, it would be the Wizard of Oz. But these are all new laws coming into play, and they want all these things to cost a lot of money and then also not use AI, which would lower the cost all over the place. It's going to be a confusing future in that world. What do you think about these sorts of laws? Tell us. Go to thenewsjunkie.com right now. All right, quick break. Actually, you know what? We can work in a couple of dispatches while we have a moment or two, I think. Let's do this. Here's Synth Solutions with a dispatch for us.
Hey, junkies. Happy Friday Eve.
Hey.
I don't do this often, but I have to side with Sean. There was a Carmen Sandiego game show. It used to air in the afternoon on PBS. I know that because I used to watch that as a kid.
Yeah, I didn't want to quibble over it. I didn't want to fight over this, but
no quibs.
The Carmen Sandiego show, I remember, had the dudes doing the a cappella song. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Guy with a deep voice and stuff. But it was the kids were playing a game and they had to figure out where Carmen Sandiego was, and it was like acting out in front of them. That's what I remember. Maybe there was another version that I didn't know of where it was like acted out and stuff.
I thought there was. No, these are both game shows. Where in the World and Where in Time. There was an animated series, Where on Earth is Carmen Sandiego, and another one that's just called Carmen Sandiego.
Man, they got a lot out of that damn game. Let's go over to La Heva Rasta. Says Trump does not deserve that Nobel Prize we were discussing.
Yes.
Hey.
Just wanted to check in and talk about Trump and why I don't think that he deserves the Nobel Peace Prize.
Okay.
Because even if he has done things in other countries, what is he doing right here in his own country? He's definitely not promoting peace. If anything, he loves division and he thrives off of there being conflict here. So that definitely does not sound like somebody who should be receiving a prize for promoting peace. Anyways, love you. Wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop.
Thank you for the dispatch. Quick question. Is there anything, like, does the Nobel Peace Prize have a website where they say what you're supposed to do to get it? I mean, other than promoting peace.
I think you just vote like American Idol.
Nobel Peace Prize requirements? Like, I don't know.
I think peace would be the first requirement.
A candidate must have significantly contributed to peace through works like promoting international cooperation, reducing armies, or fostering peace congresses, and must be a living individual or organization at the time of the award. So you have to be alive, and you have to significantly contribute to peace through works like international cooperation. That seems like it would fit if you solved, or at least temporarily, whatever, if you ended the war in Gaza between Israel and the Palestinians. And who knows? There's still time left to see what happens with Russia. India and Pakistan seem to be doing better. There's countries in Africa, there's other countries where they've had conflicts that Trump has been able to seemingly go in there and make the deal. For as much as people take shots at him and make fun of him, I want to give him credit for that. I think peace is a good thing. And I think if anybody, whoever they are, could come in and make a solution there, I'm all for it. And I don't know, that sounds like it fits the award to me, but, you're free to disagree. We'll see what else people think. Send your dispatches into thenewsjunkie.com right now. We have another death at a theme park. To be clear, the first one was at Epic Universe, a new theme park in Orlando, Florida. Fatality. It was a roller coaster ride. What's the name of the ride again?
Stardust Racers.
That's it. Stardust Racers is the name of the ride. And it was a man in a wheelchair who was on the ride and ended up dying. And now a big lawsuit has come of that. Now another death on a famous ride. This time, Disney is the place where this went down. What happened? How did this person die? What ride was it on? We're going to get into all those details. It's a pretty crazy story, actually. And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show, where bad ideas go to get broadcast. The Jim Colbert Show, weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law.
ClausmanLaw.com.
Scattered showers in the area might be affecting your ride. There's no serious accidents affecting your drive on the major roadways, although there's a couple accidents to look out for on Aloma Avenue at Redbug Lake Road, a crash on Colonial Drive westbound at Goldenrod Road. The right turn lane's blocked there. Look out for emergency crews on the roadways. And if you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Member Week is here at Lowe's. My Lowe's Rewards members get up to 40% off hundreds of items plus free standard shipping. Join for free today. Free standard shipping not available in Alaska and Hawaii. Exclusions and more terms and conditions apply. Details at lowes.com/terms subject to change.
Our 2025
LL Cool J.
This is Ed Sheeran.
LL Cool J.
Brian Adams.
Make some noise for Tate McRae.
Hey, I'm Shannon Hagar.
Mariah Carey.
We have Room 5. Good evening.
Glorilla.
Hey, this is John Bogarty.
And so much more.
See it all at our 2025 iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One. Streaming only on Hulu right now.
Hey guys, it's Angel from the Monsters. You know I love cooking on my Big Green Egg. And every time I get asked why, I tell you it's because it's an awesome experience, it's impressive, and everything comes out great on the Big Green.
Hello.
Basic to advanced techniques on the Big Green Egg. Follow them on their social medias. Also check out the website, WashingtonMeatMarket.com in Melbourne.
Hey folks, welcome to School Mike, behind the scenes on the show. I want to ask you a big, fat, honking favor. All right? I want to ask you the biggest, fattest, most honkingest favor I ever asked anybody in my life, ever. I've been struggling to get to 27,000 subscribers on YouTube. I need your help right now. Check to see if you're subscribed to the show, and if not, hit that subscribe button right now. We're only 6 away from 26,900, okay? I would love to see 27. When you hit 27, it will change on the damn screen behind me. I've been fighting forever. I've been trying my damnedest. All I need is for you to step up. Step up and hit subscribe over on YouTube. Pop those numbers up. Let's get to 27,000, baby. Let's do it. Nobody? Nobody. I'm watching. Nothing. Nobody. Not a soul. Not a single person. If you're already subscribed, I'm not talking to you. I love you. If you're not subscribed, but you sit here and watch or stumbled upon it today, then I want you to subscribe to the channel. One. That's one. We got one. We need 5 more to get to 27,900. We need 5 more. Let's go. Still just got 1. We got to get to 26,900, and we need you. Oh, that's 2. 896. We got 4 more. 4 more to get to 26,900. Oh, who's the dick who subscribed and unsubscribed? Who's the dick who did that? Unbelievable.
Small fixes to big upgrades. eBay has all the parts you need.
Why do I even try? I have not subscribed to any user on YouTube. Well, yeah, we'll do it here. Here and now is the time and place.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it.
Unfortunately, most people are subscribed. Well, that's good. But trust me, there are enough to get us over that hump. Oh, 2 away. 26,898. 2 away. Come on, we only have 1 minute. I'm going to be late. I'm not going back. I'm not going back unless we get 2 more subs right now. I will wait right here. We'll miss the show. 99, 1 more. Come on. 1 more. 30 seconds, I have to get ready. You know what? Forget it. I give up. You're monsters. You're monsters, and you're doing this on purpose. It's hurtful.
GMC Sierra trucks in stock now. Hurry up. OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
Real radio. Now I'm mad. No more skull mic. No more skull mic until we get to 900.
GMC.com. We are professional grade.
Holiday Magic. Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Win. WIN. That's win. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may your efforts bear fruit.
When good things go bad, bad things make headlines. This is the
Adorable today. People love you, and I do too. So make sure you stay with us. Don't miss any of the show. Subscribe to the podcast. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com. Bluetoothing. You doing it? You guys getting high Bluetoothing out there?
Oh,
this
yeah.
must be like, when I see a story like this, I think, I'll tell you. I'll tell you what I'm talking about here because this can't be real. It's in the New York Times today, but it's like, come on. Is this really a thing? Is this actually happening right now? They suggest it is. They should suggest we take them seriously. The New York Times says Bluetoothing is the drug trend that is fueling some issues across the nation. And here's what they call this. It says Bluetooth. And God, they're like showing somebody do this.
Oh, gosh.
Yikes. It says a dangerous drug trend called Bluetoothing, in which people inject themselves with the blood of other drug users to get a cheap high.
No way.
Is contributing to spikes in HIV rates and infection hotspots around the world.
Doy.
That's weird. The blood sharing practice, if this is to be believed, which is many times riskier than sharing needles.
Yeah.
You think so?
Okay, but are you... I mean,
why are we calling it Bluetoothing?
Yeah, please don't.
Let's see.
Okay, so it's cheaper, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing that's what you just said?
So,
right?
like, say you have money and you're getting high, and then I go, I don't have money. Then I get some of your blood when you're high, and I inject that in me, and
Am
I'm
I
Bluetoothing.
giving this to you? Are you supposed to be paying me money? Because that's money that can go towards the drugs.
Let's see. The New York Times says the blood sharing practice, which is many times riskier than sharing needles, has helped fuel one of the fastest growing HIV epidemics, in Fiji, and grown widespread in South Africa. The idea of sharing drug-laced blood is so unthinkably dangerous that for years experts have questioned how common it is. But now they said there's people doing this. And in Fiji, authorities have identified Bluetoothing as one force behind an alarming spiral in these HIV rates. I don't know why they're calling it Bluetooth, though. I guess you're taking something out of somewhere and putting it in another place. It's like...
That's not...
The poor people that invented Bluetooth are like, this is not...
I mean, they even put a trademark next to that word for so many years for it to be ruined like this. I feel like it would be a wiretap. Wire transfer.
Wire transfer is not bad.
It makes more sense than Bluetoothing, I swear, but this is all over the place. Why Bluetoothing, a shocking blood sharing trend to get high, has healthy experts worried. Excuse me, my words are failing me at the moment. Let me gather them. A dangerous shortcut to get a buzz. Nothing says why they're calling it Bluetoothing, but I guess he explained Bluetoothing is only one part of a larger problem. The way it works is simple. The first person injects a drug like heroin or meth, then another person draws some of the drug-laced blood from the first person and puts it in themselves. And they said it rarely works as intended. That's crazy, man. Please don't be so desperate to get high that you're doing insane things like this. It's still crazy to get HIV. All right, I know people have kind of turned this into like, oh, not that big of a deal anymore. Get some drugs and you're okay. It's still something that we should definitely try to avoid at all costs.
How about also the fact that the people who need to remove blood from another human that has got some drugs in it to put into their blood because they need a fix so bad. Those people cannot afford HIV medication. They can't buy PrEP.
I wouldn't think so. No. And unless they're expecting us to pay for it in the United States, and I think we've removed some of those USAID dollars. I don't want to pay to stop you guys Bluetoothing around the country, around the world. I pay for it more in the country than I would other places. This is taking off in South Africa and Fiji. I don't want to pay for these people. This is like really dumb stuff. This is, I don't understand why people want to get so high.
I didn't know this was something that, because they've been high. They've been high and they're coming down from it.
Something else.
You know. I mean, I'm not saying you personally.
Back in the day when you needed to continue that high, weren't they like putting farts and urine in a bag and inhaling that, and now we're doing this?
Still a better idea than Bluetoothing.
Or licking frogs. Lick a frog.
Licking frogs works. It's dangerous and bad, but I mean...
I'll tell you what, I had never heard of anybody trying something like this, and the only time I've seen any situation where somebody would go, oh, this blood has definitely got to be potent, I'm going to use that to get high, is the movie Limitless with Bradley Cooper.
Really?
Yeah, where they had stole all his Be Smarter Than Ever drugs, his Limitless pills, and they got in a shootout with these guys, and the dude's bleeding out, and he's going through the withdrawals. I think he just licked up some of the blood so that he could get his fix on so he could save the day.
Is that where this maybe started from?
I would not think so.
This is very vile. Folks, just calm down with this nonsense. You're on your own if you're out there Bluetoothing. I can't help you, okay? Real quick, there is
Even if you could help them, would you?
I wouldn't. No, I would not. There's a documentary I want to mention very quickly because they're just about to drop this, I guess. And it's called Ozzy No Escape From Now, about the last weeks, apparently, of Ozzy Osbourne.
I heard about this. I think, yeah.
I didn't know they were filming this, but I guess they were. It says it's painful to watch Ozzy Osbourne struggle in this documentary. And his efforts to make his one final on-stage appearance are awe-inspiring, according to this. The singer Ozzy Osbourne, who died in July at 76 after battling Parkinson's and some other things, didn't have the glass-shattering range that came to distinguish a lot of vocalists in the genre, but he all but invented heavy metal. His thick, slightly nasal apparatus was best suited to terrified moans, blah, blah, blah. They go on to talk about this. But they said the heartbreaking documentary that's coming out, Ozzy Osbourne, No Escape From Now, and you watch him push as best as he can through this final show that he did. And it stars Kelly Osbourne and Jack Osbourne, his kids, directed by somebody named Tanya Alexander, and it will show the final moments, really, of Ozzy Osbourne. I don't know if I could play any of this because I don't know if it's like curse word crazy or whatever. But
he did love to use his expletives.
Yeah. He's looking pretty old in some of the footage from the trailer that I'm looking at, but it shows, you could at least show this. Yeah, it shows Ozzy getting ready for his final tour, a 6-year journey, they said. And him and his family are like fighting to get all this stuff in for his final act. And I guess I don't know like how close they're going to get to the end of things. They're showing him in the hospital and stuff. Yeah. But I
he
hope
was
they
in
don't
a lot of pain. And from what I understand, I think we all spoke about this. Like leading up to that final show, he had stopped taking his pain medication.
Yeah.
He was just pushing through so you can be completely there, was not drinking, obviously, or doing drugs. And that's extremely painful considering what his body was going through.
Yeah.
Dying.
Pretty crazy. So I don't know. I'm trying to see when this is coming out.
I think it came out already.
Is it already out? On Paramount Plus is what it says. Ozzy No Escape From Now. October 7th. So yeah, it's out there. If you're interested, if you're a fan and you want to see more about the final performance from a pretty amazing talent, Ozzy Osbourne, check that out. And that's out on Paramount Plus. All right, join us on the show. Get us a dispatch and send it our way. Do that. Record your video or audio dispatch with your thoughts on what we're talking about at any time at thenewsjunkie.com. Okay. Let's see. Couple of things people are sending over. There was wondering when the whole government shutdown will end. This doesn't make it look good. This is a couple of the people at the center of it. Mike Lawler, a Republican, and a Democrat, Hakeem Jeffries. And apparently, from the people who are sending this over, they're really angry at each other So it shows that my pie in the sky was that maybe this government shutdown will only last a couple of weeks or something, but it doesn't look like it's headed in that direction.
What did you guys bet on?
We bet on it, yeah. I don't know what the bet
You
was.
owe me 5,000 buckaroos.
No, it wasn't $5,000.
50.
I don't think we're to 2 weeks yet. I don't think we're
2 weeks.
Are we? Let's see how long the government shutdown has been going on. I don't think we're at 2 weeks yet.
Bet $5 more.
Are we
dollars
betting
right
on
now.
the bet? Okay, $5 more. I bet on that. I bet that we're not at 2 weeks. Yeah, I bet that we're not at 2 weeks yet in the government shutdown. And if I win this one, then if I lose the other one, it doesn't matter because I'm covering all of my bases here.
46 minutes ago from USA Today, government shutdown reaches day 9.
Day 9, baby.
Son of a bitch. Okay, so we're even.
I might get a no so far. Well, we haven't even gotten to the 2 weeks. If they solve this sucker in the next couple of days, I'm good to go.
Okay, good luck.
But it doesn't look like that's the case because they're yelling at each other.
Did you get permission from your boss?
Why don't we sign on right now?
Did your boss, Donald Trump?
You can easily extend the ACA
Did your
right
boss,
now.
Donald
Look at the
Trump?
guy on the right. It's like, this is going to go so viral.
So let me ask you a question.
Why did you vote to shut the government down? Why did you vote to shut it down?
Let me ask you a question.
For years, you always lectured about it.
Oh, it's not going well. Everybody's filming them in the hallway. This is a
With their
Republican and
phones.
Democrat.
Honey, look what I'm doing at work today.
They're just yelling at each other over who's to blame for the government shutdown now.
We need to keep the government open.
You're making a show of this to
No,
make
it's
yourself
sad.
relevant.
It's sad. You could easily sign on to
You're
this.
embarrassing yourself
You could
right
sign
now.
on to this. The only
You're
embarrassment
chasing
here is
clout.
you.
You're an
You
embarrassment.
could sign on to the.
Are we accomplishing anything?
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question.
It's a clean extension for 1 year.
You voted for the one thing
Clean
that we know,
extension.
correct?
I voted for a
The
tax cut
largest-
bill that gave the
the
largest
largest
tax
God,
cut.
every time I think they might talk to each other for a second. Like,
All they want to do is talk at the same time. It's not possible to get a conversation if you are just talking at the same time. Let me ask you a question. He's already answering or saying something else.
Mm-hmm.
It's so. And to think they're not even on the floor right now.
The thing that's frustrating is this. The thing that's frustrating is you can tell when somebody has no intent on having a real conversation and when it's a performative act. And this is two people engaged in a WWE style performative act. They're like, what about you? What about you?
The
What about
WWE
you?
doesn't talk at the same time.
No, it's not, probably not usually.
By the way, the average New Yorker getting a $4,000 tax cut. Are you against that?
You're embarrassing
Do you want
yourself right
to
now.
cut the standard?
You're embarrassing yourself.
Largest cut to Medicaid in
No,
American
we
history.
out
You
waste
voted for that.
Guys, can't we just agree that we focus on Katie Porter's videos for right now?
No, dog.
I'm focused on that, please. I'm focused on the Katie Porter videos, at least for the next 5 minutes or so, because those keep landing. Even Ozzy's over it. He's just done with all of this stuff. Here's an example of what I've been talking about with these videos. Katie Porter's viral videos plunge campaign into disaster. They are landing.
Of course they did.
They're sinking this lady's battleship over there.
But
Whoever's
did she,
behind
I
this.
mean, truly, do you think that she not think this would come back and bite her in the ass? Like any of those
I don't
moments?
know. I mean, I don't
after
know.
that interview that she walked out of, or after screaming at her assistant in the back that you're in my shot, that they
Yeah.
would not come back to haunt her at some point.
Well, that's what's happened. If she didn't expect that, then she's way off. They said the first video came out, then Katie Porter's Democratic rival, smelling blood in the water, quickly seized on the former Congresswoman's wince-worthy television appearance. Antonio Villaraigosa took the unusual step of purchasing 3-minute ads in the Sacramento market to run the entirety of her tense exchange with the CBS reporter. He just ran her interview as an ad. He's like, you want this? You want this? And then another person, who was Betty Yee, said she should drop out of the race. As the last viable female candidate in this race, it matters to me that California's first female governor be a trusted, respected leader we can all be proud of, not a viral embarrassment. They're dropping bombs. They're sinking her battleship. Katie Porter, come on. I don't know how she's going to recover, but we'll see. When we come back, jury duty, including what happened at Disney. Now we have a death at Disney. What happened? What ride was it on? What were the details? That is up front in jury duty. And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Something on your mind? Text us at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Mercedes-Benz.
A trade in the NFL involving Jacksonville. The Jaguars exchanging defensive backs with the Browns. Gregory Newsome.
Hey, baby. How are ya?
Looking for an exceptional driving experience? Find it behind the wheel of a Mercedes-Benz SUV. Experience the power, precision.
Is this thing still good? Wait. Oh, cameraman, thank you. Good job.
If you're like me, you may have driven around your neighborhood noticing more and more of your neighbors have sold.
PF says just a few weeks ago he said nobody dies at Disney. I don't know who said that. Somebody on the show said that. I didn't say that. That's an old myth where it's like they don't officially declare somebody dead at Disney. I don't believe that's true. I don't think that's accurate. Tony says, I'm going to Disney tomorrow. I hope I don't die. Ask Mr. Predicto, Sean. I want to be as prepared as I can. Please, no. We need Tanya. Can you imagine what a shit show YouTube would be? Please, God, no. I do that right? Wait, north, south, west, east? Is that right? North? Whatever ones I could do. Is Tanya going to die at Disney tomorrow, Mr. Predicto?
Yes, without question.
That is not great. That is not great. Hang on, I gotta try to get some more mods. I cannot let this catch me off guard. If you'd like to be a replacement mod on YouTube, email tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Jesus. Rip Tanya. That's brutal. Unceremoniously took her out, too. Oh, why am I even back here? Why am I even back? Did we even make it to 26,900? We did. You're lucky.
So be sure to shop at Southeast Steel, where you get the best deal.
As we head into the busy holiday season, now is the perfect time to invest in yourself.
Just checking Facebook.
Philadelphia Eye Institute has given Central Floridians freedom from glasses and contacts. With 24-month interest
All right, great.
there's never been a better moment to schedule your consultation. If you're considering LASIK or cataract surgery, call today. 407-333.
Some guy on my video says I have forearms like a sissy. Some kissy faces. I have forearms like a sissy? Bro, my forearms are normal, are they not? Are my forearms abnormally sissy-like? Rate my forearms out of 10. 10 being not sissy, 1 being totally sissy. Or this YouTube commenter, or Facebook commenter in this case, was wrong. They look great? Well, thank you. I'll take the positivity. That's called a 3-arm? Damn. Brutal. A 3? Do finger rolls, not sushi rolls? Total Popeye for them? I mean, I think they look normal, don't they? How do I work out just this part? I just gotta do like this? Yeah. Brutal, man. They're not dainty. They're not dainty. They're fine. Okay? That's what I would say. Fine. Damn. First Tanya died, now this? A tough day. All right, jury duty.
Hear that? That's Mike. He took ZQL Ultra, so now he's sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. ZQL Ultra helps Mike fall asleep fast, stay asleep longer, and get the deeply restorative sleep he needs so he can wake up refreshed and ready to conquer Monday.
Let's do this Monday.
ZQL Ultra. Not for colds, just for sleep. Really great sleep. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Eli Manning here. There's nothing like football and King's Hawaiian sliders. There's something about those soft, fluffy, irresistible King's Hawaiian sliders that make them a winner on game day. Pick some up this weekend in the bakery or deli section of your grocery store. King's Hawaiian. There's nothing like it.
Need help navigating your will or trust? Visit onefirmforlife.com today for your free consultation.
Forever at the crossroads between viral news and total chaos.
The details for you. I'll tell you what happened. This is another one of these cases here. But what are the actual specific details and what ride was it? We'll get to that in the beginning of Jury Duty in just a moment. Don't forget, your opinion is welcome on the show. The only way I don't play your dispatches or read your emails if I think you're boring. If it's a boring take, if it's just like some dumb, I've heard it 8 million times, you've got the same opinion as everybody else, I'm probably not going to play it. If you send an email and it's the same stuff over and over, I want to hear something unique that adds to the conversation. If you disagree or agree, all that stuff is fine. Send your dispatches, record yours at thenewsjunkie.com, or send an email, tips, T-I-P-S, at thenewsjunkie.com. If you want to be anonymous, put that on top. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go, just call Mo. 800-CALL-MO, 800-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. After an accident, there are all sorts of attorneys out there trying to get your attention, but the one I want you to focus on to fight those greedy insurance companies is Mo. 800-CALL-MO, 800-CALL-MO, or justcallmo.com. A woman died this week. She died on the Haunted Mansion ride at Disneyland.
Ooh, spooky.
This is in the wake of the death on the roller coaster at Epic Universe. And let's see what they say happened here. Here's a short clip from ABC 7 about this woman dying on the Haunted Mansion ride.
Died after a medical emergency at Disneyland. Anaheim police say a woman in her 60s was unresponsive after riding the Haunted Mansion on Monday. This is file video here. Disneyland security personnel performed CPR until paramedics arrived. The woman was hospitalized and later died. Police say there's no indication of any operating problems with the attraction, which reopened soon after. Disney is the parent company.
Reopened? Right, so, yeah, right away. They were like, reopened. They wanted to get it open.
Where's Crump when you need him?
They wanted to get open as fast as they could because they don't want another one of these Epic Universe situations. And the media will go like, ooh, we got one story. Two story makes a trend. Two stories
is this
together.
New airplane?
Yeah, it could be. It could be like this is the next thing that's a problem. All the people are dying on the rides at the theme park.
Oh my gosh, 4 more, and Sean's next shirt is the amusements are coming to get us.
Maybe. I'll tell you this. Look, if you die on Haunted Mansion,
you become the ghost in that mirror part.
You do.
That's fun.
If you die on the Haunted Mansion ride, you had it coming. You were like right on the verge, anyways.
It's not
that ride is
extensive on your body.
It's nice and easy. You're just kind of cruising along. There's a couple spooks and spocks here and there, and it's a good time. But if you died on the Haunted Mansion, you would have died on the People Mover. You would have died on like It's a Small World.
Isn't the Haunted Mansion where they have the most incidents of people, wanting to spread ashes?
Yeah, that does happen a lot. People get really close to that ride.
Was ahead of the game.
They said, if I can't spread my ashes here, I'll do it another way. I will take it a little bit further. So this woman in her 60s, they said, finished riding the Haunted Mansion and was unresponsive, just like flopped over as they're going, You don't have to lift the security apparatus. I will lift it for you. And
is that what they do in the?
Yeah,
it's been a long time since I've been on Haunted Mansion, man.
Yeah, it's great. It's great except for this one. This ride didn't go well for this particular woman. All right, let's see what else we have here. We have an update on this man that was arrested yesterday. He was charged with starting that deadly Palisades fire, the Pacific Palisades wildfire that burned down a bunch of L.A. And it was blamed on a million things, including climate change by a lot of the politicians at the time. But it turns out a 29-year-old man, a human being, a person who was, I don't know if they say firebug anymore, but was like an arsonist in waiting.
Pyromaniac?
Was a pyromaniac. And
did they used to say firebug? That seems so not
cute.
Yeah, it seems too cute for what that person is. Like, who's a little firebug?
I might be getting it wrong, but that's what I heard growing up. They'd be like, "Oh, this person is a real firebug.
He's a
you
pyro.
gotta be careful." Pyro works too, of course. Yeah, it perfectly describes what this 29-year-old man did. He's been charged with sparking California's deadly Palisades fires, one of the most destructive wildfires in history. His name is Jonathan Rinderknecht, and he lived in the area, who was an Uber driver at the time, who had searched some things and tried to get ChatGPT to show him some pictures of stuff burning down, and then just got out of his Uber and said, "Here we go," and lit a fire that ended up being this big Pacific Palisades wildfire. The fire, which left 12 dead, was one of two blazes that broke out, and it killed more than 30 people in all, destroyed 17,000 homes. He was arrested in Florida. This guy is showing up at court in Orlando, in the Orlando area, and in about
I think Melbourne is claiming him. Melbourne.
Yeah. And Melbourne is where he was living, but he's been brought to the local court here to make his first court appearance as of yesterday. He was wearing shorts and a T-shirt, shackled at the ankles. He told the federal magistrate in a soft-spoken voice that he was not under the influence of alcohol and did not have mental issues. But he's accused of lighting that Palisades fire. We will see what you think about this. Send us a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com right now. Somebody chiming in on Trump and the Nobel Prize, the Nobel Peace Prize, with some potential for that. I don't think it's going to happen. And neither does Herbie. Here we go. Hello?
Foresee the president getting a Nobel Peace Prize. But gotta say I am rooting for peace there in the Israel-Gaza thing and Russia-Ukraine, just because that's it's a lot of American tax dollars heading to other countries that would hopefully stay here stateside and help things out stateside. So.
True, even if you only rooted for it for that reason. Even if you were like, oh, God, I hate Trump so much. I'll never survive the term, even though I survived another term. I'll never survive this term. And if you don't go like, well, it'll save money. I don't care about the Russians or the Gazans, but it'll save money. Fine. Or if you want actual peace and stop to bloodshed and war, that should be all of us. It really should. It should be everybody in agreement on that one. Unfortunately, there'll be some people who, no matter what, are like, nope, not good. Let me tell you why this is actually a bad thing. One more. Here is the brown pony talking about open carry at Publix.
Sorry for the echo.
You're good.
Before open carry, if I'm at a store, someone walks in with a rifle over their shoulder, I'm going to think, oh, it's about to go down. Okay.
Blasting.
Now with open carry, let's say someone decided, hey, today's the day, I'm going to start blasting. Now this guy can just walk in the store, pretend like everything's normal, and then all of a sudden just start whenever they want to start firing.
True.
So yeah, I think this is a very weird move.
Yeah, I'm not on board. I think it's dopey. I think everybody should have these kind of rights, but I think most public places, grocery stores included, should say, you want a gun, have a concealed weapon. We don't do open carry inside of our business. You can do open carry out in the free world. Go out into a public place or whatever if that's really what you want to do. By the way, that's lame, and you're lame for doing it, all right? And you're not helping out your Second Amendment friends at all in the slightest by doing this. Go do something productive. But I think all of the businesses should step up and go like, okay, we have armed security at our place. You don't need to be open carrying here. If you have a concealed carry permit, good to go. Fine. But the rest of it is just, as somebody said earlier, a virtue signal. to show everybody, like, look, I'm doing the thing because I can do the thing. That doesn't help anybody out. When we come back, you guys, I can't believe this, but we have yet another Halloween display that has gone too far, according to some of the authorities.
I think they're not going far enough.
Oh
yeah? Wait,
controversial Lane.
Have you seen this one, Elaine?
No,
You know
I
what?
haven't.
You better fire up your Halloween display because these folks are really trying to outdo you with all those skeletons, bud.
All right.
They really are.
Real skeletons, Ed Gein style?
Well, maybe. We'll talk about what's happening in this particular instance and another Halloween display gone too far. These details are a good time, and they're coming up next on the News Junkie.
The Tampa Bay Bucks return home to host the San Francisco 49ers this Sunday. Coverage starts at 3:30 p.m. on Real Radio 104.1 and the free iHeartRadio app. Presented by First Horizon Bank and Renewal by Anderson, official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
There's a crash getting cleared up affecting eastbound and westbound lanes on Colonial Drive where it meets John Young Parkway. Traffic starting to slow down on Florida's Turnpike northbound before Osceola Parkway. You're going to run into some familiar delays on I-4 between Osceola Parkway and Apopka Vineland Road. We got some scattered showers in the area, so travel with caution. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Need new blinds? At Blindster.com, we offer guaranteed low prices, guaranteed satisfaction, free samples, and free shipping. At Blindster, we take the fear out of ordering custom blinds, shades, and shutters so you can do it yourself and save big. Blindster.com.
Mortgage rates are heading down. Many people have loans in the 7s or even 8% range. And if you're one of them, you got to explore the savings for a refinance. You could lower your payments or get cash out. But know this, if you're starting that exploration, be sure to do it with that mortgage guy, Don. Work with someone that you could trust, someone who has your back, someone who is an expert and a friend. So get the process started today and get peace of mind right there at your fingertips by going to thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Hello. Skull mic activated. Hang on, I just got to get the last song of the day queued up and ready to go. Right there. 312.
I guess we didn't get the Kalshi gig, huh?
Guess not. I haven't heard anything back. Okay, folks. Interesting. For the first time in polling history, more Americans sympathize with Palestinians over Israelis. Well, I mean, that shouldn't be shocking. With the visuals of what Gaza looks like, anybody is going to go, even if I think these people are animals, I'm still going to be like, damn, you blew up all of their stuff. It's a very normal take. Very, very normal take. So yeah, for the first time in polling history, in the United States, more Americans side with the Palestinians. Did you make 27,000? No. But 26,900, moving towards that 27,000. All I need is one of my videos to pop off. We'll be in good shape. The real goal is to get YouTube up over 6 figures, to get YouTube subscribers at over 100,000. That's a big goal. Big goal for me personally. And I'm working on the videos. I've learned a lot about creating these videos, about editing, about using DaVinci Resolve, about lighting, about setups. I'm making them better and better and better each time. I'm a driven, determined person. I will hone in the content to exactly what works, and it'll happen. But right now, it's the calm before the storm on YouTube. On Facebook, I'm about to hit 125,000 followers. Breaking news, apparently RFK, this can't be real, right? RFK linked early circumcision to higher rates of autism, saying it was likely because of Tylenol. That doesn't even make any sense. RFK linked early circumcision to higher rates of autism, saying it was because of Tylenol. Oh. So the child is getting circumcised, and then do they give freshly circumcised children Tylenol? God, I didn't think I'd ask you that question today. I apologize for asking you that question, but do they give newly circumcised children Tylenol, and then he thinks they get autism from there? Wild. Also definitely not true. Chaos says, oh nice, you're using DaVinci too? Excellent software. I'm really, really happy with it. I've been editing secret shows forever, but all I do is I cut off the beginning and the end of secret shows, and I put a commercial in the middle, and that's that. I don't do any other editing to it. Maybe I should at some point, but I usually just leave it raw like that. But for these videos, I've had to figure out how do you edit, how do you cut, how do you make things comfortable. DaVinci Resolve is pretty awesome. And if you're ever interested, they have a free version if you want to create some stuff yourself. You should. All right, here we go. We're coming back.
Right. For me, it's the little things, like these new windshield wipers from eBay I installed.
From small fixes to big upgrades, eBay has all the parts you need at prices you'll love, guaranteed to fit every time. eBay, things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Let's go! You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Holiday Magic! Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Dollar. DOLLAR. That's dollar. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may your efforts bear fruit.
Forever at the crossroads between viral news and total chaos.
You tell somebody about this program, or if it's your first time, maybe just get comfortable and realize you're going to have some fun, hopefully, in the world's most viral newsroom. Learn more about the show over at thenewsjunkie.com. Here's an example of what we do. There is a house in South Carolina trying to be the most spooky haunted house on the block, but maybe it's a little too spooky because the police have been called 10 times to this house. Allegedly in one night alone.
Okay.
Why?
By one neighbor.
By a lot of people who drive by, Sabrina, everybody thinks that the house, which is solely doing this as a Halloween thing, is on fire. Now, I'm going to put this up on See It Now so everybody can take a look. You know, you're just listening. You can't see what we got going on over here unless you feel like going over to youtube.com/thenewsjunkie. But take a look at this, all right? Here's the scene at this house. It is simulated like it's on fire, and it's caused 10 people, at least in one night. Ready? Look.
Oh, damn.
The house has all of the lighting.
I mean, come on.
Like, it looks like it's on fire, right? If you're gonna
House.
Holy cow, man.
House.
Right there.
I mean, it looks, of course, why wouldn't you call?
That is a badass effect.
It is badass, but now I feel...
There's smoke. The lights are behind each window, so it looks like there's a flame broiling behind each window at this house. And it just literally looks like the house is engulfed in flames. It's kind of crazy. And they're saying, like, this has gone too far. You can't do this.
I mean, is that spooky? I don't think... of course, your first reaction would be call the fire department.
It's funny because the Halloween thing has changed so much that, to your point, Sabrina, it's like, is this what you do for Halloween now? Or
it's not scary. It's alarming. I want to make sure that there are no people and animals inside.
Yeah, I'm not looking at it and going, they really did an excellent... I'm just going, whoa, house is on fire.
Now, if they would have done
needs to be hired by Hollywood or some TV show.
Purple flames, or is this AI?
No, this is real. This is absolutely
Purple
real.
flames would indicate Halloween related.
Let me see
and
here.
you could have avoided the 10 calls to the 911.
The fire department.
South Carolina.
The fire department.
Carolina.
House.
Hold on. Halloween. Okay. Yeah, it's really, really impressive. And I will put this up on See It Now for you momentarily. But to me, I think there's a real interesting argument to be had in that space. What really makes something a Halloween display? And this isn't like a bunch of spooks and dukes. It's not a bunch of ghosts and gremlins.
Man, we have had spooks and spocks, spooks and dukes.
I almost said spooks and something else, and I realized I should not go that way. Here it is. Is it real fire, Mom?
No, honey, shut up.
That's crazy. They got a smoke machine just billowing smoke out the window.
So what do you think that is? TVs?
I don't know. It's got to be some sort of like lighting effect. I'm putting this up right now as I speak, so all of you watching can go over to See It Now when you get a chance.
Well, the smoke is doing a good job of sort of diffusing any of the lighting that might be used in the effect. These could be LED curtains. And a couple.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, LED curtains.
Really, huh?
Yeah, that's a thing. They're pretty popular for Halloween and Christmas displays. The same company that makes a lot of the permanent lights, like your neighbor has, like I have.
Yeah,
makes LED curtains. You can DIY it and have them even more LEDs, so it looks more like a screen than just a bunch of dots.
Wow.
But yeah.
It's really intense. I put it up on See It Now, so take a second whenever you get a chance. If you're not driving or whatever, go to thenewsjunkie.com, hit See It Now, and look up that one because it is something to take in.
Look up Govee LED curtain, and you'll see like what people use it for in like a fun way. Like
I can't really picture it.
Look up Goatsy.
What would you do with it? Would you put like in Home Alone where he has the thing where Macaulay Culkin's pretending like there's a party going on inside?
It's like makes a little screen. What are you looking at?
This is it right here. It makes your curtains, or this is a garage door.
This is over a garage door, so that's a lot of.
I mean, that's unnecessary.
LED curtain lights, but people
just projected that.
They call them curtains because you actually can do them in like your window.
Oh, so it's a curtain. It's like a beaded curtain of lights that the screen is made out.
Instead of doing the 3D projection where you have to like kind of map everything out, this will fold in and of itself.
And it has like preset, Christmas trees
Goofy be
and
making
Santa
some
Claus.
money on the holidays.
Yeah, Goofy's printing money.
Is it not Goofy?
One curtain light is $359. But that house, if they were doing it this way, the whole thing is lit up. It's pretty insane. So do check it out over there, thenewsjunkie.com. Hit see it now. Let's see. I want to save this thing about these Jersey sisters who got drunk on the Frontier Airlines flight. And instead, I'll share with you an interesting tact. I don't know if this is going to be like a new Republican thing or not. This usually is something that you would associate with the Democrats in the United States of America. But Josh Hawley, Josh, Hawley, as far as I know, he's a U.S. senator who's a Republican. And he's been posting about how Amazon's CEO makes too much money compared to the workers. He's like, the CEO shouldn't make this much money. The workers should make more money. I don't know if this is the Republicans kind of tilting and saying we want to go after the everyman, the blue-collar workers more. We don't want to be seen as the party that just like embraces the CEOs and the rich people. And that's some of the stuff that they have, the baggage that the Republicans have. Like a lot of younger people will think Republicans equal mean. They gotta fight that in the world of public opinion. They've got to say, hey, we're not just here for the rich people. And it looks like this might be a change of tact for Senator Hawley. Let's listen to him. Here he goes.
And meanwhile, these guys are fighting you, Mr. O'Brien, every step of the way as you try to get some basic representation for their workers, for their drivers. Tell us about what you've been facing from this company.
I'll get this right at one point. Amazon is probably the largest violator of the NLRA right now.
So this is, I guess this is some guy who's testifying in front of Congress about how much these folks make.
And they have grown significantly, to your point. They focus on 150% turnover ratio in their workforce. They focus on distressed communities.
God, that's a big turnover.
And the number one violator of OSHA. They've got the most violations.
Amazon does, but Amazon probably has the most employees, right? Who's the biggest employer by employees in the United States of America? Is it Amazon? Or are they not? They're not up there on that. Let's see what you can find on that if you can. Amazon, or like who the biggest employers are.
It says the U.S. federal government, particularly the Department of Defense.
Oh,
okay. So
followed by Walmart and Amazon as the largest private employers.
2 million.
Also, I want to apologize. C-Lane is not a patriot, so he doesn't realize he got it wrong. It's the U.S. Department of War. Okay, they have changed their name.
Yeah. Did you not get the memo? Check your spam folder.
Much like the Gulf of America, it's the Department of War now.
Terrorist.
So that's number one. What's the first actual company? Not the government.
Well, it says Walmart and Amazon.
Walmart and Amazon are more. Okay,
that's also very un-American of you to ask. You should know that as well.
I should, I guess. But Senator Hawley was like, you make too much money.
Dollars and change. You talk about that versus 37,000. I'm just thinking back to your reference to rerum novarum, the dignity of the individual. I mean, how are you supposed to raise a family on $37,000? The difference between that and what you've been able to secure at UPS is incredible. Let me just ask you this. Amazon is also one of the biggest offenders when it comes to not negotiating with workers who decided to unionize. You mentioned stat.
It's very interesting if you know anything about politics, because this is absolutely something that sounds like a Democrat, but that's Republicans talking about this. Mm-hmm. Amazon's CEO makes at least $40 million, says Josh Hawley, a year, while the average Amazon worker makes less than $38,000 a year. How is that pro-worker or pro-American? It's time to put American workers first, he says.
Man, so there's even a claim that the Department of Defense, War, depending on who you are, is the largest employer in the world.
Oh, wow, really?
3 million people?
Our military is not as big as China's military.
Do they have a holiday party?
Is China's military getting paid?
I don't know. But I imagine China's military has more people in it. Hell, India's military might have more people in it. I don't know if that's true or not, but I'm just throwing out things now. And I'm giving C-Lane too many things to correct me on in real time. I'm just guessing population-wise because there are multiples more times folks in India.
China has the largest standing army with over 2 million active personnel. Then India 1.4, United States 1.3.
Damn, I'm good.
But
look at me go.
That is to say that not just the military, but other aspects of the Department of Defense is what I would guess builds out that 3 million.
That's a lot of people. That's big. I don't consider that in the same world. Crazy Drunk Cat Lady says, did Sean pass the U.S. citizen class in high school? Jesus, I don't know. I have no idea. Some people quibbling with how I'm saying Josh Hawley. That's how I'm saying it. Is that wrong? Josh Hawley, Hawley. How else do I say that? Hawley. That's how I think it is. But I might be wrong. I'm always willing to be wrong, folks. It just so happens that I'm not very much. All right, that's the good thing about what I'm doing around here. Very, very accurate. Okay, Sabrina didn't even know it wasn't 2 weeks that the government shutdown had been going on. Firing with accuracy.
Into the future.
Firing with it's the present. That would just be the present. How far we were in.
Here's a present.
I told you I don't mind those anymore. I don't mind those. That's fine. But 2 of them is still not as bad as a horn honk or something.
You think that they would have fined that NFL coach or owner
That's
or whatever?
That's offensive right there. Stop you. You're too far.
You think they would have fined him double if he had done double birds? Because he just did the one bird, I think, right?
What if he should have just taken out his penis?
That's... Yeah, well, when you do that, I think it's
not a corn concert.
The owner of the Patriots tried that one, and that one also will get you in trouble.
Yes, does it? Or you throw some American cheese on it? I think that I am mixing stories up.
No, that's a different one. Yeah, you're talking about the Swiss cheese masturbator, perhaps.
Yeah, but his last name was Kraft, so I thought it was American cheese. My bad.
Yeah. Well,
Football,
we don't know.
baby.
We don't know what Robert Kraft is actually into. There are lots of possibilities out there. People have all kinds of different kinks. I'm not here to tell you what to do. When we come back, we're going to hear from you.
We're going to tell you what to do. When we come back, we're telling you what to do.
Let's see what's on your mind. I'll work in one dispatch. I'm trying to get better about this. And I'm working on an update to make the web recorded dispatches better quality. Coco 2, fingers crossed. Let's see how this one goes. Hello?
Chinese Junkie Crew. Podcast listener, I'm a day behind.
By the way, the AI translation for this thought it said Chinese Junkie Crew.
Oh, I'm not.
Chinese Junkie Crew.
I hear it.
Podcast listener, I'm a day behind. About Zach Bryan, I listened to him, me and the wife. He's pretty good. We listened to him and Stephen Williams Jr. really good.
Yeah.
But he's got good music, not too bad. But I listened to Zach Bryan on the Joe Rogan show, and man, he sounded like an idiot.
Really? I haven't heard that. Wait, Zach Bryan is the one we talked about yesterday who had the song that mentioned ice, right? The country star, I believe. I didn't know that he was on Joe Rogan's show. I don't know anything about his politics, you know? I was just assuming from the headlines that perhaps maybe he's trying to take a stand on the ICE stuff, which isn't like, you know, just a right-wing, left-wing thing, though it mostly lines up with that. If he was to start putting that in songs, it does become political. And it's funny because people will go, oh, well, really? Is that how rigid country music is? Well, yeah. I mean, almost all other music is the opposite of that. Like if you had a rock band or a rap group, God forbid, that was openly sort of Republican, small town, red state kind of stuff, I don't even know how many of those exist. I don't think there's a lot of those going on there. Even the bands or the performers that people think are like these red state anthems, like Born in the USA or something, they're not. You know, that's not where they're coming from. The place where things have tended to be a little different is in country music, where it seems to lean a little bit more to the right or a lot to the right politically. So that's why I was surprising that somebody had a song that was slamming ICE in some way. But I guess afterwards he was like, no, man, I'm just trying to bring everybody together. I don't know. I guess it's super hard for me to see what somebody's motivations actually are. I don't know if he's lying about that or if you wanted to try to be political.
Unhinged all over the place.
Like if I go by what that woman said, he seems like he's a crazy ass boyfriend. So maybe he's like that.
I mean, the last I heard from him, we didn't talk about it on the show, was, and there is video of him so mad at this festival at his former manager, who is now becoming a very popular country star, and through the gate was like, "Let's go! You want to do this?" And then climbed it. It had barbed. And he flew over it and tried to fight the person.
He went over a barbed wire fence to fight somebody?
Yes, son. Yes. And then...
Damn, Mom.
Grandkid, did you want to say anything? I'm not calling you son. It's part of the whole thing. Now you threw me all off.
I'm just messing with you. Jeez.
But it's, I don't know. I think he's just trying to get a good headline.
Yeah,
with
maybe.
his name attached to it.
Yeah, honestly, a lot of people yesterday seemed not to know him. Did you know any of his music at all before this, or just the drama? I didn't know.
I still don't know his music. I just know that he's a little too close in name to Zach Brown, and having an ex-girlfriend named Chicken Fry is really, really confusing people with that.
Mm-hmm. Right. Oh, real quick, you mentioned earlier the top Rolling Stone songs of the of the century?
I never got to them. They're saying of the century.
All right.
Did you see the number one?
I only saw number 2 because they were trying to be a little clickbaity with the thing I saw. And it was like, number 2 is this, but they didn't tell me what number 1 was.
Oh, yeah, I got you covered. I have all 250. We can do from the bottom
let's start
up
at 250. No. What's 10? What's number 10? They're saying these are the best of the 2000s so far of the quarter century?
Yes, you bet.
I bet it sucks. I bet the first couple are garbage or something. Rolling Stone usually does this stuff. And they put something at the top so that people will fight over it.
Right.
All right, found it. At number 10.
Yeah.
Thinking About You. Thinking About You, Frank Ocean.
Okay, I don't even know that. I know Frank Ocean, but I don't know
maybe
that
we might
song.
know it if we heard it.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking About You, I'm Frank Ocean. Number 9, Toxic, Britney Spears.
Oh, all right.
I'm going to say this wrong. Idiot Q. Radiohead, 2000.
All right. I don't even know that one.
All right, Kendrick Lamar.
All right.
All's my life I've had to fight.
All right.
Dancing on My Own. It was the N-word. I was testing you guys.
Oh. Well, I'm glad I didn't follow that instruction. Okay.
Dancing on My Own, Robin.
Uh-huh.
All Too Well, Taylor Swift at number 5.
I don't even know that Taylor Swift
Yeah,
song.
I know that one. That's the one that when she did it on SNL, she did like the 10-minute version.
Jesus.
All right.
There's better Taylor Swift songs.
Yeah, all these are kind of
number 4. They're saying the greatest song of the 21st century. At number 4, Seven Nation Army.
It's a banger.
A good song.
It's a banger, and it has stood the test of time. Like they chant it at soccer games.
Okay, so little quick side story. I was hosting the City game, and it was the hype before the second half.
Yeah.
And on my card, it said, all right, say we got 3 points that we need to get. Everybody, you ready? Let's start this chant. And it's supposed to be Seven Nation Army. And I went...
Seven Nation Army. Seven Nation Army.
I went zombie UCF chant.
That's close.
Not a single person in the 20,000 people that were there were alongside me. I said it was an audit. I said the story already, didn't I?
They didn't know that? Or they didn't know the song?
The wrong one.
Oh.
Crazy in Love at number 3.
Yeah.
At number 2, Maps.
Maps,
yes.
I love that song, but I love that song. I don't think most people would put it in the top 5.
And at number 1, do you know what it is? Any guess whatsoever?
I have no idea. I literally have no idea, but my guess is...
Know?
I think it's going to be something controversial, so people are like, are you kidding me? Like,
I don't know. Is it?
I don't know. I have no idea. Celine, do you know what it is?
Pharrell?
Mississippi putting it down.
Really?
Really? I mean, that's a good song. Like, I'm not even questioning the song or the talent of Missy Elliott. And I don't know what I would put there.
Years old.
That's crazy to think about. Yeah, what, it was 2001, huh? Damn,
yeah,
Jesus. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We will be back in just a moment. Some breaking news coming in. We'll tap on that. We'll tap on that a little bit when we come back. People say that. We'll also
tap on it.
Give it a little tippy tap.
We are going to tap on that when we return here on the show. And also, these drunk sisters arrested after a battle on a Frontier Airlines flight. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733. From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
The right lane's blocked on Altamont Drive westbound at Essex Avenue. An accident's getting cleared up on Colonial Drive where it meets John Young Parkway. Look out for emergency crews on the roadways there. On I-4, traffic starting to slow down, getting through the city and between Dr. Phillips and through that amusement park area.
Hey! How you doing? Sealand's got a live read coming up here in a moment. Do support the live reads. Hang on, I'll pass the word over. Solar power.
Well, I know what you could do. You could call them up and say, cancel.
Cancel.
Cancel this. I'm going to the competing power company, right?
Yeah.
Right? No. Not a thing. Imagine if instead of being tethered to the power company that you have in your neighborhood, in your community, you could stop shelling out money to the utility company and take control of your energy. That's where solar installers of Florida come in.
Solar installers of Florida, support our advertisers, okay? Solar installers of Florida.
So you can lock in lower costs and enjoy predictable bills for years to come. And right now, federal tax credits make that switch more affordable than ever, but that
okay.
at the end of the year. So stop dreading that next bill and start looking forward to energy freedom. The solar installers of Florida. Call today and get your free quote. Call 407-777-5050. They'll be sealing from the news junkies actually. They'll take 5
By the way,
that quote. 407-777-5050.
BT Dubs.
Solarinstallers.Florida.com.
The WNBA is saying that they have until October 31st to sign a new agreement. WNBA players only get 9.3% of the pie. They want a 50-50 rev split with the league. They want a 50-50 revenue split with the league. Some of these ladies aren't making enough money, they say. They still have attendance problems, right? WNBA, we got to be real here. When you don't have Caitlin Clark playing basketball, you don't have a big audience, or as big of an audience as you need. So you still have some attendance issues. Hello? How you doing?
Thanks.
What do you got there, little buddy?
I got for my niece.
Oh, nice. I like it. Where'd you find that?
Hobby Lobby.
You went to the Christian place?
Uh-huh.
Oh my God. I'm surprised you didn't explode with fire when you walked in there.
Why?
After all the things you've done.
Let's talk about that.
I didn't say anything.
Jesus Christ.
I'm just telling you. All right? See you later. All right, we're back in a couple of minutes, everybody. Tell me you don't know how solar works without telling me. I mean, I know how solar works. You think I don't know how solar works? You think Sealine does? Sealine knows how solar works. He's looked into solar. He's talked to these solar people. Maybe Chaos doesn't know solar? Chaos might. You know what? I think solar energy is plenty usable in space, though, right? Very, very usable. Solar steals the energy from the sun? Thank God. What do you mean, these solar people? I think you know who I'm talking about. The whites. The whites are the solar people. The crackers. Okay, I got this clip. I hope it's censored. These drunk-ass sisters wiling out at the airport. It's good. It's good. You're going to like it. I got that ready to go. Florida Scratcher says, wait, do the NBA players get 50%? I don't know. I guess NBA players get 50% rev split, but that's a big pie. The NBA makes a lot of money. It's on the back of the players' work. Now, the WNBA is subsidized by the NBA. Wouldn't even exist if the NBA didn't exist. The WNBA is coming up. getting better. I think making a little more money. Potentially that windfall is somewhere. But I don't know if you go from 9% to 50% just like that. Guys are splitting a lot of money, really. They have some big TV carriage deals. A couple other things that bring in money. It's a charity league. Its situation is improving, but it's still underwater. Yeah, I think that's fair. I think it's fair. It wouldn't exist without something else. But there's probably a lot of stuff like that, right? Like, do we think the Orlando Pride team would exist without Orlando City Soccer? Probably not, right? Women, it really appears like we're dragging you along with us in the sports world. Question, honestly. Don't eat me alive. Hang on. Honestly, are there any sports where the women's version is more popular than the men's? I would say volleyball, maybe tennis, maybe. Certainly not golf. What are there sports, professional sports, where the women's side of the sport, gymnastics maybe? Gymnastics? Yeah, volleyball? Yeah. Speed cross stitching? Come on. Come on. Copyright pause. Here we go.
Plus, explore curated Halloween playlists perfect for party vibes and more. Just open the free iHeartRadio app, search Halloween, and listen now.
iHeartRadio.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
Holiday magic. Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Dollar. DOLLAR. That's dollar. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may your efforts bear fruit.
Join the show. Send your dispatch now at thenewsjunkie.com.
On iHeartRadio, wherever you get your podcasts. Find the links over on thenewsjunkie.com. Thanks to everybody who's been watching the videos that I post and supporting them. New one up, What Really Happened to Mark Sanchez. Take it off like wildfire over on Facebook. It's got like 300,000 plus views so far in the last half a day or something. Slowly but surely over on YouTube. That's where I'm really trying to build audience. But overall, thank you to the people who watch those, comment, and all that good stuff. Go check it out, youtube.com/thenewsjunkie. I hope this is censored. I mean that, I truly do. I'm assuming it is because it's posted on the New York Post's Twitter account, but it might not be. If so, we'll have to do a quick censor of this. But there's some sisters that are in trouble. Kiera Lyons, 22, and Mara Flores, 31, these sunburned, drunken Jersey sisters are in trouble
no more,
for...
and yes, it has to be censored.
The interaction that you're about to hear. All right, they got kicked off their flight at a Florida airport. This was in Orlando. They were at the Orlando International Airport. Happened earlier in the year, I guess, but the video is just eking its way around right now. Two drunken, sunburned Jersey sisters allegedly attacked a Frontier Airlines gate agent. Let's see what happens. Stay by that dump button. Let's see.
I can't. I'm literally. I can't. I have anxiety. There's a cop here right now. That guy pushed her to the ground and she fell. We were on the plane. She had to use the bathroom. And they asked her, they go, "Are you intoxicated?" She goes, "Yeah, I had a few drinks." And that was it.
Oh boy! All right, I can smell the alcohol on this video. So she's like,
but then
freaking
oldest
out.
sister's here, and you asked her.
Yeah, one of the sisters is 22, the other one's 31.
15 Limeritas, and last time I checked, we're in the United States of America.
Maybe, yeah, they might be a little hammered.
Do you need medical attention?
Yeah. When they informed me that she was intoxicated, I had to call a GSC, which is my supervisor.
Oh, this is the airline employee. She's out for the count too.
Why?
The airline employee's laying down on the ground right now.
What happened with the airline?
Let's go back and see what she was saying there. This is the airline employee in the gangway, and she's on the ground, and she's talking to the police.
They informed me that she was intoxicated. I had to call a GSC, which is my supervisor. They were intoxicated. I thought
Are you willing to write a statement?
I am. And then the other girl fell. After Jose pushed her, she's like, "Oh, I got hurt." But I was like, "Are you kidding me?" I watched her fake it and fall down. Like, "Oh, my wrist."
God, I don't know what's going on here, but this poor cop.
But they had a nice time in Orlando, didn't they?
This poor cop that has to sort this crap out with these people. You are embarrassing.
You have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
You go to the bathroom, they stop you, they say you need to be escorted to the bathroom.
Yes. They sent me escorted off the bathroom. My whole family has been law enforcement. Like, so my dad works for the state PDA, which is the
I
police
understand, ma'am.
beneficial.
I need to please stay on track.
Okay. So I'm
She's hammered. He's like, ma'am, I can't make any sense of anything you're saying.
My entire family worked for law enforcement. None of us learned about sunscreen whatsoever. She is going to not only feel that burn on her face, because I'm looking at zero sunscreen. That's
yeah, she's
peel.
pretty red. Yeah,
But
she's
definitely
pretty
a
red.
fine and blacklisted off of whatever airline that is.
Frontier. It was Frontier Airlines. What a
Frontier,
shocker.
man. It's always y'all. Come on.
Yeah, and I get this. This turns into a fat fight in a second here, but I don't know if it's on the clip. I'll tell you about the details if it's not.
He was like, "No, you have to get off the plane."
To your chest?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So he assaulted me. It was to my boobs. Okay. Yeah.
She keeps touching the cop.
Trying to get us off, out as fast as possible.
He was just trying to get you guys out.
At any point during the flight, did anybody put hands on the girls at any point? It was just verbal, and you were telling them to come off. So both of them put their hands at the same time on her. Okay. So both of them would be going to jail because you're willing to write.
Oh, both sisters headed to jail. There you
Y'all
go.
need to remember, in Florida especially, but other states I imagine, that if there is any call about domestic violence or any sort of physical altercation, they are bringing one person to jail. It is always the case. Even if, like, you didn't mean to say anything, or if they both touched at the same time and it ended up being two high fives, any hands that are drawn, it is the law to bring someone to jail.
Man, I bet they thought it was going to go the other way too.
Of course.
You know they are. Like, it says body cam footage from the incident shows an Orlando police officer approaching the airline worker who was seated on the air bridge's floor after the alleged assault. She says it was the short, skinny one first that pushed me, and then the bigger. I mean, her sister pushed me right after. She said. She said the victim states she was asked to call her supervisor. And then the police after the sisters refused to exit the aircraft. As the sisters were leaving, the worker claims Lyons unleashed a verbal attack on the flight crew and got in her face, saying, "F you, you fat bitch." I said, "Thank you." When she was facing me, she pushed me and then turned around, and the sister came up and shoved me again, and it caused her to trip over something on the floor. She was on the ground when the cops arrived. This is stupid stuff, man. You get drunk. And you think, like, I'm gonna call the cops on you. Well, you end up going to jail, dummy.
Yeah, but to the sister's point, did that lady still need to be on the ground? Did she still need to be? Was she so?
How do you prove your point?
Probably not. But guess what? She was. And they find themselves going to jail, unfortunately. Some breaking news. This is good. We'll see how all this goes. We're still not over the finish line. But a top Hamas leader has declared an end to the Gaza war, according to Reuters News. This is the Hamas side saying that the war is over. So they have declared an end to the war. Now, they still have to exchange these prisoners and all of the hostages, alive and dead, that Hamas has, and then the prisoners that Israel has. And this exchange is part of this deal. Things could still go wrong. Trump is apparently going to fly over to the Middle East to talk with what is the equivalent of Congress in Israel, the Knesset, And that looks like it's a good development there in the Middle East. I really, really, really hope they get a win there. I really hope Trump gets a win there. It's a win for everybody. It's a win for all the people in Gaza. It's a win for everybody. But, all right, we'll see. When we come back, what we'll do is the final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut. And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Thursday. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Classic Alternative this weekend on Real Radio 104.1.
Around the belly face down on the mattress.
Real Music Weekends. Our Classic Alternative.
From the Odoo.com.
A 40 to 50% chance of rain. These will be very hit and miss, very scattered as the day wears on, but they could provide us with brief rounds of heavy rain and maybe a couple of rumbles of thunder along the way. Temperatures will warm their way into the mid-80s, a high of 86 degrees today in Orlando. As we look ahead towards the weekend, though, Saturday will be a little on the cloudier side before sunshine and lower humidity for our Sunday. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by the White House Briefing Room podcast with John Decker.
I'm John Decker. Join me weekdays for 15 minutes of no-spin White House coverage straight from the press briefing room. Subscribe now to the White House Briefing Room on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Folks, it is important that you take care of your house. Don't let your biggest investment go to hell. Make sure everything is working. Make sure you're upkeeping things and even making things better in your house so that when you do want to sell, it's in great shape, and you're going to get a great return on that investment of yours. One of the biggest things you can keep operating at peak is your air conditioner. And as a homeowner, you ought to have a drawer somewhere of all the best companies, the companies that are honest and fair. In that drawer, you ought to have a Mills Air card because I can tell you they're the best of the best. They are a Carrier factory authorized dealer. They can get you massive rebates if you need a new Carrier unit. And they can help you out no matter what kind of AC you have. They are there to help you at Mills Air. They will be fast, they will be fair, and they will be affordable. And if you look for that in a company you want to work with, call 407-277-1159. 407-277-1159. Or find them online at millsair.com.
Is it a cold, allergies, or could it be a sinus issue? Aspire Allergy and Sinus can help you find out. A recent study has shown that 45%.
Skull mic activated one last time. Folks, thank you for hanging out. Thank you for being here on a fun Thursday. Big show tomorrow, fun Friday show tomorrow. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button down there on YouTube. If you haven't liked the stream, please do that. Let's try to push for over 200 likes each show. We could do that easily. All right? So if you don't mind, get that done. Roast talk, we'll talk about that when we come back. Okay, we'll get to the roast update when we come back. We don't have a lot of time. Rate the show out of 10. 10 out of 10 is an absolute banger. 1 out of 10, just a miss, a fail. What was the show rating for you today? Let me know. Hello? Okay. Hang on. Secret shows tonight, 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. Secret shows tonight at 8 o'clock on the Discord. Who's our chatter of the day? Our chatter of the day. I agree. They said he couldn't do it. They said it wouldn't be done. They said it couldn't be done. They insisted it shouldn't be done. Donkey fucker on YouTube. Congratulations. Donkey fucker, you did it. They said you couldn't do it, but you did it, friend. Godspeed. We'll see you tomorrow.
You still got it, but your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Connected to the things you love.
The free iHeartRadio app does that with live radio, 24/7 news, live sports, and your favorite podcasts.
There's no catch and no charge.
Radio, your way.
Join the millions who already have it. The free iHeartRadio app.
The #1 app for radio.
Cue the easy button because it's officially Easy Deal Days at Staples. Now through October 11th, save up to 40% off over 1,000 products from tech, chairs, luggage, and more. Head to your Staples local store or staples.com to save while supplies last. Staples, that was easy.
Home of the world famous Game of Magnets. This is.
And today, I learned to wrap everything up for a Thursday. Thank you for being with us. If you miss any of the show, as always, get the podcast links over at thenewsjunkie.com. Had a conversation with our friend Fritz last night. Super excited for Fritz being part of the roast. He's going to be part of the roast event coming up on October 30th, 21 days. That's 3 weeks from right now. You could snag the last remaining tickets at thenewsjunkie.com/roast for this exclusive highbrow event where we get fancy, where some of us dress up in costumes, and where we roast and get brutal. And Fritz,
I haven't even thought about what I'm going to wear to this.
I know. I thought about that yesterday for a second, and then I was like, I got something.
You dress nice? Gown.
I think I'm going to dress nice, but I might do a little flair of a costume.
Flair. So you're going to put a blazer over a t-shirt.
No, I think I'm going to wear a suit. I think I'm going to
get like pieces of flair. Like
I'm not sure exactly where this is all going, but I'm going to dress up for the event because it's a big event. We're doing our live taping for the roast of Sean Wasson. That's me at the Dr. Phillips Center at an unbelievable venue. Trust me on this. At Judson's Live, you will absolutely love this intimate place, right? But I was talking with Fritz yesterday. And Fritz is going to be like Trent Reznor to the new Tron movie. Like he is going to be the maestro. Fritz has created an exclusive soundtrack and a song and a bunch of intro music and stuff just for the roast event. And Fritz is going to be up there orchestrating all these things and interacting back and forth with me and the panel and the dais and everybody who will be taking part in this event. I'm sure he'll have his things to say. I'm sure people will take shots back and forth, but it'll be so fun to see him out there. And Fritz goes, look, I got to pay a little tribute here. It's Halloween. Fritz will be performing as Ozzy Osbourne for the roast event. It's going to be Ozzy Osbourne / Fritz in the flesh. And he's got a custom soundtrack for the event. And he's bringing all the Fritz stuff that you know and love. It's his great commentary and jokes and all the rest. So I'm super excited for Fritz to be a part of the roast event as Ozzy Osbourne with an awesome song and soundtrack that he's been working on for the event, keeping it spooky. Love him, and we look forward to seeing him and you there for October 30th, 3 weeks from right now. Grab those final tickets at thenewsjunkie.com/roast. Okay, final dispatches. Here we go.
These are the final dispatches, but Sean will probably only play one.
Don't tell me what to do. But no, I'm playing more than that. I will indeed will play more than one, I assure you, including this one that we're going to start with right here. Somebody's talking about Zach Bryan. Let's skip that. Here's somebody talking about open carry because we discussed this happening at Publix. Right here.
So here's my opinion on the open carry.
All right.
I get it and I don't get it. You shouldn't have to carry it inside of a store. There should already be some sort of security measure there. out in public, I really don't care. In fact, I can view it as a deterrent. Now, Jimmy on his show yesterday made a good point in what if you can open carry, but you decide to conceal carry, and then in an instant expose your concealed weapon? Is that like a puffing out your chest move there?
I don't know.
That I find to be as people like to refer to it, as the little wiener move, even though I don't think carrying a gun at all says you have a little wiener.
I don't know. I don't know if like you accidentally show your gun if you have a concealed carry permit, if that is the same thing or causes any issues.
I think there was a lot of discussion. I heard it a little bit on and off. I think there was a lot of discussion on at what point are you brandishing? Because brandishing is something that carries a charge.
Is that even a thing anymore?
I think you have to be holding it, right, to brandish it?
Yeah. I mean,
what if I just turn around because it's strapped to my back? What if I do this and I point it? Is that brandishing now that I've indicated I have it?
To me means you have it in a firing position, but I'm not sure. What's the actual brandishing
I thought
definition?
it was like you lift your shirt.
Wave or flourish? So
here's my gun.
In anger or excitement is what this says. To shake or wave something menacingly. So you'd have to really shake the gun around to prove that. I'm sure.
Man, I don't own a firearm, but I've done a lot of brandishing.
All right, let's see. I'm only just going to play that one dispatch. I hate to do it, but I lived up to it again here. A woman was killed outside of Dallas PetSmart to our Dallas friend after an argument over not saying thank you for a held door. Somebody held open the door for this person and then didn't say thank you. It started a fight. They brought out a gun. The victim, Cecilia Simpson, was shot multiple times after the dispute escalated into a fight.
That went past the brandishing stage.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, that's all the way there. And that'll have to do it for today. Let's get the hell out of here. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Thursday, October 9th, 2025. Today I learned this movie right here. Titanic. The Titanic is correct.
I'll never let go.
Real-life Titanic victim Jeremiah Burke threw a message in a bottle overboard, and it said, "From the Titanic, goodbye all, Burke of Glanmire, Cork."
He spelled it wrong?
From the Titanic, you know what I mean. And he said,
hilarious.
Titanic, Titanic. He said, I was trying to do old-timey voice, and it made me put another T in there.
From the Titanic.
Yeah, see?
It washed ashore a year later, only a few miles from his family home in Ireland. It then remained in his family for nearly a century before
coincidence of titanic proportions.
Donated to a museum. Today I learned in 1997, Charles Taylor, interesting Wikipedia page for this guy. He ran for president in Liberia in 97. His slogan was, "He killed my ma, he killed my pa, but I will still vote for him." He won 75% of the vote.
All right.
That's more effective than Make America Great Again.
Democracy.
That's a lot, right? 75% of the vote. Kill my ma, kill my pa, but I will still vote for him. And today I learned this guy right here. Billy Joel. That's right. Billy Joel and Bill O'Reilly were in the same high school class, the Bills. Bill O'Reilly described himself as a jock and Billy Joel as a hoodlum, which, looking back on both those, the definitions for jock and hoodlum must have changed drastically over the years, I would think. But thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We're back tomorrow, same time, same place. Missed any of the show? Get the podcast at